fought his brother. You know what I mean? His brother was big when I fought him. But, you know what I mean? Benavidez is a big dude. The only reason why I entertain Canelo is because he's not a big dude. Like, he might be thick, you know what I mean? But he's not a big dude. You know what I mean? Like, Benavidez is like 6 foot something. You know what I mean? Then he gonna come in 190, 200 probably. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like, that's a big dude. Like, you know what I mean?
And he's skilled, man.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I might as well go to heavyweight if I fight Benavidez.
Would you ever?
Because Canelo is not the bigger man. I mean, Terence Crawford, Canelo is 5'7.5". Is not a true super middleweight, you know.
Right.
You getting picked apart. You walking to punches.
What do you think it's gonna feel like to lose to an amateur, chump?
Not a fighter in boxing that's going to go in there and just walk through the shit that I'm doing.
right.
It's impossible.
Right.
I done trained my whole life. I've been boxing my whole life. Ain't nobody just walking in there, hands up, and that shit ain't working. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about.
Oshino found out the hard way.
No, not Oshino.
Oshino found out the hard way, you know.
Oshino found out the hard way, you know.
You know who we talking about.
I'm going to say Yoshino because it's better fighters than Yoshino Watson, right? So, any fighter. I'm saying, just put any fighter, like any fighter in the world, you name them. They're not walking through anything that I'm just throwing. I don't care who you is. And if you is, you getting picked apart.
Right.
You getting picked apart. You walking to punches. But you give me a fighter like Edwin, right? Bring him part of my team.
And do what? You get in the camp with Edwin and give him game like you give everybody else? Hey man, this gonna be a great fight. Great fight. Tank Davis, man, you got a chance to shut all the haters up. Boy, hit that like button.
I don't know what to I cover.
In terms of sparring, you know, we got some great guys coming in. Some really experienced southpaws that are smaller. I think Montana Love is coming in.
Shakur Stevenson wants to come in.
And Jermaine Ortiz. We're gonna hit up Erickson Lubin, some of these guys. So we're just gonna bring in a plethora of fighters that are fast, quick, shifty southpaws.
Hey, before I get to Erickson Lubin and Virgil Ortiz and Fundora, man, this could be potentially a great fight, man. Fuck what y'all talking about, man. You know, you getting guys like Shakur Lubin, guys in there sparring with you, man, you know. You trying to take the game serious, like Tank said. Tank said you trying to take it serious, so we gonna go with what Tank said. Tank trying to prove himself. I told y'all Tank don't like pussy niggas, man. You know, when you doing wrong, you don't want nobody over there talking about, man, he ain't doing wrong, unless y'all in the court of law. You know, we getting money over here. You know, Fundura can master his jab and beat everybody at 154, I think, except Boots. But you know, shout out to Lubin. You know, I love Lubin. He was doing good in that fight till he got caught up in that mixture and that rapture, man. But you know, I think the winner of Virgil Ortiz and Lubin, I prefer Lubin. I want him to fight Boots. You know, I think Boots gonna reign supreme at 154-pound division. And after Lima, we'll see. We hope for the best and, you know, expect the worst, you know, because they say Boots is a duck. You know, that's what y'all call the phenom. And I'm just pretty sure that since Terence Crawford is no longer at 154, Jerron Boots Ennis is going to get better. And then get in there with Ortiz or Lubin. I prefer Lubin. How about that?
If I start making videos about Erickson Lubin and Virgil Ortiz, you think people gonna pay attention to that? You think if I start making videos about Sebastian Fundora and Keith Thurman, you think niggas care about that? I don't know what to I cover all the boxing over here, but the majority of my live streams, the majority of my videos is always gonna be the hottest topics in boxing.
Well, hit the like button for a hot fight. We looking for Lubin for an upset, but we know Virgil is a dog. Hashtag saving Booby.
Is that Pepper pulling up in the truck? Yeah. You got tattoos? Or is that marker? You been playing with a marker, Booby? Yeah. What Pepper and his homie doing? What they about to go? Where they going to get something to eat? I'm hungry. You gonna eat too? Where Pepper going?
Yeah. Hey, Pepper. Hey, you ain't gonna pay for the gas? You gotta get out, Pepper.
Get out the car.
You ain't gonna pay for the gas?
Get out the car. I get out the car. Hold up.
You get some gas money, man.
What's up,
Get some gas money, man.
No gun out.
I ain't got nothing for you then. What's up? What's up? Let's fight.
What's up?
Oh, no.
Oh no, man! What's up, Pharaoh? What it do? World class hustler, Edmondson. You know me, man. I'm just kicking it, man. Chilling it with Booby, man. What you think about this fight, though, man? Any fight, up for grabs, but Lubin, man, Lubin. I like Lubin, and when Fundora beat Lubin, I was upset, but I had to go back and watch that fight. And I saw how Lubin tried to mix it up with a long daddy spider, a long daddy arm spider, and got caught up in the web and was punished for it. Probably lost a few chips off his chessboard, if you ask me. Still a killer and likes to mix it up like Jaleel Hackett. Them type of fighters are exciting and susceptible to getting stopped. You know, he's been stopped a few times, so you can't really say that he won't get stopped again against Virgil Ortiz. But Virgil gets touched. Thank you. Virgil gets touched. And, you know, Lubin can touch him. Hold up. Let me get this coffee. You know, it wouldn't be a show without that motherfucking Colombian. But I think he can be touched. I think Virgil did not get a unanimous decision against who was it, Madrimal? I don't think that was a unanimous decision. Correct me if I was wrong. It's early. I got my baby. And I've been changing diapers. But yo, I don't think it was wrong. I don't think it was a unanimous decision. I think Madrimal was doing what he wanted to do. I didn't know he had a respiratory infection in that fight. I didn't know these things, so that's my fault. But with all that being said, my personal opinion, I don't think it was a unanimous decision. You know, these judges do what they want to do. But still a good fight. I saw Madrimal so-called trapped in the corner against Virgil Ortiz. And he got out of the corner. He pivoted, made his way out of the corner, looked at Virgil Ortiz, and then put himself right back in the corner playing with him. Like, what can you do? And I saw him countering Virgil. I saw Virgil Ortiz trying to be like a boxer in the beginning of that fight. And then I told you, as I predicted, later on in that fight, he'll turn back to the Mexican style. And that's what he did, and he took care of that body.
and he got him out of there with the body work. So you say Majamal should have been split decision? Yeah. Say he had the same infection Teal had against Cambosis, the esophagus. But you know, real talk. So my thing is Lubin, Ortiz, man. Y'all say Ortiz is the big bad wolf, right? And I say different. You know, if I was white, they would call me a racist, right? But y'all been seeing my videos I've been putting out. This has been the mind state of African Americans since I've known black people. Since I was a child, I've been knowing black people like Bernard Hopkins, you know, and even Devin Haney said he'll never let a white boy beat him. That's the mentality of a lot of African Americans, right? So when you get a guy like me that grew up in that state of mind, like not even just white folk, a nigga, we always strive to be number one in everything, especially when it comes to things that we are genetically inclined to win, like jumping and running and sprinting and fighting. You know, the old Spartacus movies and the Gladiator movies were misinterpreted because those were Africans that were captured by the Romans. Spartacus was an African, you know, so they won their freedom through fighting different type of beast and different type of people. So you can believe what you want, but believe half of what you see and none of what you hear sometimes. Like I said, you got great fights coming up. Some are what you call scripted, but what if they flip the script? We don't know what's going to happen. We do not know what happens in a scripted fight where the script gets flipped. If I hit you with a scripted punch and it's harder than you expected and you want your lick back, how do you get it? And can you get it? And will he continue to do it and try to go viral against you? So we don't know. We just praying for the best, expecting the best, and maybe hoping for the best and praying for the best. And I don't care what you want to put it, but sometimes you get the worst. You say Ortiz, the so-called boogeyman, but never held a real belt. It's not diabolical. You see how they do this shit, man. It's the politics of the game. They not finna prop up a certain type of fighter unless it's beneficial and profitable. You can profit off that Mexican flag, bro. You can't. Niggas ain't got no flag. You know, I heard Blue Blood quoting me, man. Hey, Blue Blood, man, you gonna have to come over to my show, man. You keep sneak watching me. You know what I'm saying? We over there hitting super chats and your thing and some more shit, man. Come over here and particulate over here on crude exposure, nigga. But yeah, we ain't got no mother loving flag. We ain't never had no flag. You understand me? And that's a terrible thing. What you gonna go in there like Apollo Creed with the American flag on? Never. You niggas hating on Turkey out of the sheep, and he got a flag at least. Mexicans got a flag. Even Shakur got a flag. He come in there with the Puerto Rican flag sometimes. Ain't that a bitch? Niggas? No. Lubin? No. I'm rooting for Lubin. You know, when Fundura beat the shit out of Lubin, man, that wasn't no one-sided fight. That was a result of mixing it up with a goddamn fool, a maniac with long reach and devastating angle. Likes to mix it up even though he got a long reach. You know, and that can hurt him, but if he masters his jab, Fundura will be the man to beat at any weight division. Even though I think he can be beat, it'll be hard to beat him. But he likes to mix it up. Tank, hey man, you can prove all the haters wrong, G. Everybody say it's a scripted fight, but if you go in there and really actually try to hurt Jake Paul, they're going to spill their popcorn and they're going to be live watching it all before the fight, they're gonna be like, wow, look at these undercard fights. They're great. Cash App, Super Chat, still got your bankroll. And then when the fight happens, oh, this shit trash, this shit scripted. Bam! Right in the kisser. You know, somebody gotta do something for the money, for the viral moment, the opportunity on Netflix where everybody's watching. You know, you so nonchalant, Tank. And, you know, you at the conference, everybody talking shit about your press conference. I seen how you was just zoned out. I don't know what's in your mind, but if it was me, growing up how I grew up, I would take the opportunity as well. But growing up how I grew up, I would get into the fight, carry this motherfucker for a minute, get him comfortable, and try to take him out. Probably a neck shot, starting with that body, and try to really hurt Jake Paul, nigga, and go viral and beat the Great White Hope, because that's what it is. Y'all been seeing the videos I've been putting out about the Great White Hope. That movie with Damon Wayans was classic.
It's gonna feel like to lose to an amateur, chump.
I'm not a fighter in boxing that's going to go in there and just walk through the shit that I'm throwing.
right.
It's impossible.
Right.
I done trained my whole life. I've been boxing my whole life. Ain't nobody just walking in there, hands up, and that shit ain't working. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about.
Oshino found out the hard way.
No, not Oshino.
Oshino found out the hard way, you know. He found
Yoshino found out the hard way, you know.
You know who we talking about.
I'm not gonna say Yoshino because it's better fighting than Yoshino Watson, right? So any fighter, I'm saying, just put any fighter, like any fighter in the world, you will name them. They're not walking through anything that I'm just throwing. I don't care who you is, and if you is, you getting picked apart.
Right.
You getting picked apart. You walking to punches. But you give me a fighter like Edwin, right? Bring him part of my team.
And do what? You get in the camp with Edwin and give him game like you give everybody else? Hey, man, this gonna be a great fight. Great fight. Tank Davis, man, you got a chance to shut all the haters up. Boy, hit that like button.
Yeah, you got a chance to shut all the haters up, boy. Tank say, fuck y'all. You a bitch like the rest of them. He talking to everybody that was on his dick. And you know, we roast that nigga on an all-time high. Why? Not because he making money. That's the goal. That's the object. We roast Tank Davis because he wouldn't fight killers. Ain't that a hell of a reason to roast the nigga? Imagine King Von, God bless the dead, you know what I'm saying, rapping all that drill shit, and ain't never had nobody. It's okay to roast that nigga if it came out he ain't never had no bodies, right? Because that's what you built your image up on as a killer. And we know that it's a lot of wannabes with this internet G that has no resume. To be talking tough, that is. So when you get guys talking tough and you can see through it, the guys that's doing wrong looking at you like, man, come on. You sitting there lying through your teeth about some shit I'm doing, nigga. You don't know what the fuck I got going on, man. I'm not finna fight these fools, nigga. What God bless the dead Sugar Ray Robinson said about Charlie Burley to his manager. Where's the historians like Bruce Gasbox and Jazz and more? He knows. He told his manager, man, I'm too pretty to fight Charlie Burley. I thought you loved me. And you know, these are things that people were okay with saying back in the days. It's okay to duck certain motherfuckers, man. You fighting styles out here to get your bag. You know, Charlie Burley was a hell of a boxer in the Black Murderers role. you know, and God bless the dead, Ezra Charles beat Charlie Burley twice in a row. You know, he definitely wasn't gonna fight no Ezra. And I've been hearing a lot of people bringing up Ezra from the dead, man. You know, we've been fucking with Ezra. That's my number one fighter all around the board. Over Floyd, Shakur, anybody, man. You know, the Cincinnati Cobra, and we love the boxers over here. We like the master class. We like the pure boxers. Dissect you like a frog. That's why I love to see Shakur fight. You know, I don't watch Shakur Stevenson for offense. I watched Shakur Stevenson like when I was a child. I used to watch the Kung Fu fighters. And the best fighter was usually the old motherfucker with the big long white beard. And the young nigga used to have to try to beat him. He had to learn all the styles just to beat this one motherfucker. And then when he get to him, the old motherfucker flick his beard and block all his punches with one hand. Just just defense, in one punch. And back your ass up. You're like, and you had to regroup and go to a monkey style. And he blocking all that shit. You had to regroup and you had to go to tiger style. You had to go to different styles, man. You master all the styles. But you ain't in there just fighting one type of style. How you gonna beat the master that mastered all the style? That's what I look for in fighters like Bam. I heard somebody on, I think it was 2 Cent talking about Bam wasn't fighting nobody. He actually take belts off of people. You know, people don't get belts dropped down like a microphone. You know how you go to the circus and the man get the microphone dropping down. That's how them belts dropping down to certain people out there. And you go and take it off people like Estrada. That's a hell of a feat. So he'll go to backlash. Oh, these guys are older. God damn it. Muhammad Ali was older. But, you know, Larry Holmes still got him on the resume, right? Y'all wanted to put Lomachenko on your resume, right? You know, it is what it is. Don't sign up to be a boxer if you don't want your name. You get beat on. And that's why Lomachenko's smart. He got out the way because he knew what Tank Davis was going to try to do to him. Well, we all knew Tank Davis could do to him back in the days, but he wasn't ready, according to Floyd Money Mayweather. Money. Any nigga that changed his name to Money, man, you got to watch him. But I like to watch the Everson Lubinson. I keep saying Lubinson. But you know who in the camp with Jake Paul, right? Lubin, Shakur. Everybody Shakur spar he beat. That's what Coach Calvin said. And you know, Shakur loved to stir up some shit. He messy than a motherfucker too. And why wouldn't he? Just like Boots got into Canelo's camp. And now he got some great exposure after that. And people still don't respect him, but except for that one time before this fight, they respected Boots because they feared the fact that Boots was in Canelo's camp. It would help Canelo. They didn't want Canelo to have any help for this Crawford fight. And they feared that Boots, a so-called guy that hasn't proven himself and hasn't fought anybody, can't cut the ring off, you know, was going to help Canelo Alvarez, a future Hall of Famer. You understand? And he was a sellout for that. You know, goodness gracious, a stone cold sellout. You know, I couldn't believe it. But then when the fight happened, y'all were like, whew. I mean, it was just a fight full of Mexican pride, wasn't it? I mean, even when Crawford walked out with the suitcase and played the Mexican songs, man. Even at the press conference, when the Mexican fella got up there and said, how you going to do with that Mexican power? Are you ready for that Mexican power? And, you know, Crawford was like, oh, yeah. And I was sitting there waiting like, no, nigga, you ready for that black power? Oh, yeah. But see, that's not profitable or marketable to be pro-black in anything as far as getting money in the industry. And I'm going to stick to that till I'm dead and gone. Prove me wrong. You know, it's okay to be pro Mexicano or Filipino or Puerto Rican. Hell, they have counts and keep scores against Mexican versus Puerto Rico. And they say the Puerto Ricans are up on the scorecards against Mexicanos as far as in boxing. And oh boy, why is there not a scorecard for black versus white? Because they say it's American versus American. Well, what about us against the Mexicanos? It's a landslide. Sorry, but facts are facts, and feelings are not dealing with facts, right? So, what's up, booby? Say what's up.
What's that?
We talking about boxing. What you talking about? You see your video? Why you had Peppa Pig get beat up, and that was his car? He just wanted some gas money, booby. You mean you can't be a bad girl. You too pretty for that. Somebody gonna want to beat you up. But yeah, man. So we're gonna see a great fight either way it go. I got Boots dominating 154, and if everything goes as planned since Crawford out the way, I'm pretty sure that he'll take over the belts and be unanimous. As far as like undisputed, we can go for that. What you think about that? I mean, hold on, man. Jake Paul, man, this nigga funny as shit. He got everybody in this camp.
Great guys coming in. Some really experienced southpaws that are smaller. I think Montana Love is coming in.
Shakur Stevenson wants to come in.
And Jermaine Ortiz. We're going to hit up Erickson Lubin, some of these guys. So we're just going to bring in a plethora of fighters that are fast, quick, shifty southpaws.
Hey, before I get to Erickson Lubin and Virgil Ortiz and Fundura, man, this could be potentially a great fight, man. Fuck what y'all talking about, man. You getting guys like Shakur Lubin, guys in there sparring with you, man. You trying to take the game serious, like Tank said. Tank said you trying to take it serious, so we gonna go with what Tank said. Tank trying to prove himself. I told y'all Tank don't like pussy niggas, man. When you doing wrong, you don't want nobody over there talking about, man, he ain't doing wrong, unless y'all in the court of law. We getting money over here. Fundura can master his jab and beat everybody at 154, I think, except Boots. But shout out to Lubin. I love Lubin. He was doing good in that fight till he got caught up in that mixture and that rapture, man. But I think the winner of Virgil Ortiz and Lubin, I prefer Lubin. I want him to fight Boots. I think Boots gonna reign supreme at 154-pound division. And after Lima, we'll see. We hope for the best and, expect the worst, because they say Boots is a duck. That's what y'all call the phenom. And I'm just pretty sure that since Terrence Crawford is no longer at 154, Jerron Boots Ennis is going to get better and then get in there with
Man.
Or Lubin. I prefer Lubin. How about that?
What's up, G?
What it do, fam? You can hear me just fine?
Man, I hear you perfectly, man. What's on your mind, G?
Man, it's been a lot. Miss you boys, man. My bad for being absent during the time when y'all was covering the Crawford and Canelo joint shit. Went to Alabama and watched it with the fam out there and shit.
Oh,
so
man.
So it went exactly like I said it would. I mean, everything is working like it should, man. 154. The only person that can reign supreme is Boots. The only person that are gonna unify the belts is Boots. I don't see any other fighter trying to unify or anything like that. Even when it came to Fundora, how he dropped the WBO because he was supposed to fight Xander Zayas, and the background on that fight, it was straight diabolical. Like Xander Zayas agreed to everything, but they was trying to put a rehydration clause on him. I'm like, from
Bruh.
Dora Camp, I'm like, that makes no damn sense. It's already like, nigga, you got an 80-inch reach, tall as fuck. The fuck is you putting a rehydration clause on Zayas for? So he did not pretty much the belt had to drop because I didn't know what the background was on why he dropped the belt for that. So now, and you know, so when I found that out, I was like, okay, that's strange. But I'm like, nobody wants to unify that 154. Boots is about the only one that can, and Boots is probably the only one that's brave enough to take that Russian boy named Bakrum Mortazaliev, IBF champion. He's about the only one that's probably going to take that fight because I don't see nobody else trying to unify with him other than Boots. Because
No.
that's the boogie. You talk about a boogeyman, it ain't Ortiz. It's really him, Bakrum. So that's a dude. I call him the 154 Ivan Drago.
Yeah. You see,
So,
I've been putting them videos up. Putting them videos up, man. It's supposed to be an exhibition. Motherfucker Jake Paul, big ass, coming there and start throwing them goddamn bolos.
Bro, what, dog? I think, man, in my opinion, bro, Jay Paul is gonna take this serious. I think this is more like a crash out, cash out for fucking Tank, bro. Because I'm with Blunt when he said, you just don't take a fight like this in the middle of the prime of your career if you ain't trying to get a crash out, cash out. Like that's insane work. And I think really, if I want to put my money on something, what he's going to do is he's going to take this fight. He's going to get damaged like a motherfucker against Jake Paul, regardless if the motherfucker can box or not. The nigga big as fuck. Mm-hmm. He's probably going to try to rematch Roach or whoever fight motherfuckers afterwards. And I think he's going to end up losing fights afterwards. And that's going to bring a big excuse for his fan base. Well, he fought Jake Paul. He received hella damages and his heart wasn't in it. So that's why he lost. Like, nah, nigga. Like, no.
You see who Jake Paul sparring with? Shakur, Lubin.
Mm-hmm.
Why he got Shakur?
Right. Who goes thinking of an exhibition match, but you go get a serious threat from a fucking A plus grade fighter to go and fucking spar with? That motherfucker is not taking this shit lightly.
He gonna try to hurt Tank.
Bruh, what?
On Netflix, homie.
Bruh.
Hey, listen, the Tank fans trying to make it seem like the shit ain't gonna count, it ain't gonna count. But they really trying to downplay, like, if this big ass white boy really going there and put together some combos and clinch and weigh down on Tank, you know, he up in weight, he can really come out there clinching and really fuck Tank up with a big power shot, G.
Bruh, facts, bruh. Facts. And I'm like, it won't even, bruh. Oh, man. I want to know why it's not happening in Atlanta no more. Why they moved it to Miami. Shit.
Bruh, Atlanta wasn't finna have that shit. Bro, Atlanta was like, no, Tank gonna get hurt. Miami don't give a fuck. Miami want to see that type of
shit. Oh, shit.
Miami want to see that type of fuck shit, dog. I'm telling you, dog. That's a tourist spot. They want to see fucking all kind of shit down there. You see bitches walking around butt naked in Miami.
Shit, yeah. I was looking at it, I was like, why the hell did they switch venues like that? I'm like, what the fuck? So, okay.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. But it probably won't be far off. Probably Atlanta. They was looking at it as, hey, like, listen, we ain't trying to be liable for this shit.
Right.
It's the
But
so
what?
hey, so go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that so now, and I'm kind of not going off on a tangent, but I'm kind of glad that Crawford, of course, we knew he was going to win from the beginning, but now that he got the belts, I know, and shout out to Blunt because it seemed like we think alike when Turkey Al-Rashid came to the camp and Bud was like, hey, man, thank you for this opportunity and stuff. And he said, Turkey said what he said. It was one of them when he tapped Crawford. It was one of those like, all right, you owe me another fight. Because in actuality, Bud does. You do owe Turkey because he did this, like he orchestrated this. So, because even though people did not want this fight or whatever, and they was like, because whatever fallacies they had, in which I kind of already knew skill for skill, like he was above fucking Canelo. Like I told people that to be real, oh, he learned from the Floyd fight and da 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 da. I said, no, he didn't. I'm like, the motherfucker cannot fight movers. He
Mm-hmm.
cannot fight technician type boxers. Hence why I've always, and I'm gonna keep saying it, hence why he lost that fight to Lara. That nigga did not win that fight. Lara fucking won that shit and shit. But Cuban fighters, they don't ever get the nod on shit like that.
Right.
Right.
Hell
So
no.
I was like,
You know why?
anybody, go ahead.
They got too much rhythm, too much African soul, too much,
So,
too much evasion. So they don't get the nod.
and that's what, and that's why I'm looking at that fight. I think it was such a detriment. Remember, we was watching that shit with him and William Skull. The motherfucker still couldn't really connect on Skull. Like the fact that you had the lowest output and the lowest fucking landing percentage. I said, bro, Canelo, he was talking about he learned. No, Canelo don't fuck with.
Hey,
That's
yo,
why he evaded. Go
let
ahead.
me say this because people were like, they didn't want to talk boxing about the Crawford versus Canelo fight, right? All they wanted to do was like Crawford gonna knock Canelo, Crawford gonna knock him out, Crawford gonna knock him out. He's the best, he's the best. He is number one pound for pound. But my thing is on the boxing channel, you're supposed to analyze boxing, right? So I had a
Correct.
guy come up here from the UK. He's trying to get, specify whether who I'm rooting for. I'm like, I'm definitely taking Crawford. I'm definitely taking Crawford. First of all, just eat. First of all, because he's black, but second of all, because of his skill set and the fact that he can dissect Canelo, and Canelo has the Mexican style of fighting. You know what I'm saying? Mixed in with that Philly style. But my thing is, I wanted to talk boxing like acclamation fights, like Boots. Boots getting the acclamation to 154. Benavidez got an acclamation fight. Canelo, all these guys, Crawford got an acclamation with 154 with Madrimal. And the fight just didn't look like his knockout streak, Crawford. You know what I'm saying? So he got acclimated, right? And so my thing is gonna have to get acclimated again to 168 against Canelo. And I just want to see after he get hit by Canelo. And they were like, "What you mean? Why you want him to get hit?" I'm like, nigga, this is a boxing match, bitch. I want to see what he reacts to with a guy that's been fighting at 168 for a minute, been hit by people like Bivol and Berlanga, 200 pounder. I want to see how he reacts to a actual fight and get hit, because I'm gonna see then after Crawford gets hit by Canelo whether he's going to do like a lot of Crawford fans say and can't help himself and just engage with him early on in the fight. No, I say if he get hit and he start, boxing like Shakur, he gonna beat the shit out of Canelo. And that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happened. He beat the shit out of Canelo. Guess who was in his camp? Shakur. Shakur is the nucleus. He the one that always get them boys ready. He and Jake Paul camp.
Yeah, exactly.
And Shakur is in the best shape of his life right now, because you seen the pictures of Crawford, right? They were climbing the mountains up in Colorado. And Shakur always trains in Colorado.
Yeah, hence why his homeboy Berlanga, his best friend, was training there all the time too.
And guess
Hmm.
what? When people take boxing serious, they year-round junkies. You saw the video I posted with his home gym coming soon, right?
Hmm.
So this nigga is a year-round boxing thing. So he's in the bet. People got to get ready for Shakur. Shakur already ready for any boxing style.
Yep, exactly. And it's crazy you were saying that because when I was looking at that fight with Canelo, I said, bro, Crawford is such a high IQ motherfucker. It's almost like he put his style, Floyd style, Bivol style, Laura style all into the way how he was fucking moving and dancing on that nigga. Even when they had the exchanges, the way how he was fucking the way he was throwing that L hook was
Mhm.
so crisp and so pristine. I said, bro, that's why I said he's about the only nigga that could go up to weight class and fucking dethrone fucking Canelo, and I'm kind of glad of that. And the crazy thing is that shit with that power how he hit. I didn't know that also who was in this training camp sparring was Lester Martinez, and Martinez can hit like a motherfucker. Like I'm gonna be honest, I thought he kind of edged it out with M. Billy. Let it been 2 more rounds.
Hey, wait
I
a
think he
minute.
would have.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Is Lester Martinez Mexican?
No, he's Guatemala.
Okay, okay. I was just making sure.
Yeah, he's from Guatemala.
Okay.
So that's why the Lester can also move. So that's why I was like, and they actually said it too. They was like Martinez hit harder than Canelo, way harder. So I'm gonna be real with you. I was like, oh, if that's the case, then I knew Crawford was not gonna have no issues then. Now that everything is coming out full circle or behind the scenes. So really, Crawford, I know he's gonna owe Turkey Al Sheik another fight.
Hey,
It's just
yo,
depending on. Go ahead.
like same thing with Crawford. Okay, so Benavidez wanted to fight Canelo, right? And
Hmm.
everybody know Canelo, as far as I'm concerned, ducked Benavidez. So
Right.
When Crawford gets the fight, I will be salty too. And I would pick Canelo too because shit, man, it might be a fucking chance these fucking judges rob fucking Crawford. I can still get a fight with this motherfucker. That's the big payday.
Hmm.
But Benavidez can't get a bigger payday with Crawford than he would with
Hmm.
Canelo. So look at Shakur. Here we go. Tank Davis fighting Jake Paul. This motherfucker salty. This nigga, man, that's supposed to be me, right? Same with
Right.
Lamar Roach. So here we go. I'm finna get in Jake Paul camp. You know what I'm saying? Like with Boots. Boots
Hmm.
salty. Boots. Boots wanted the Terrence Crawford fight back in the day, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why wouldn't I get in the camp with Canelo? People don't even see that shit, man. Like
They don't.
let me get me some shine. Like that's what it's all about now. You say Keyshawn
Right.
and next Terrence Crawford. Bruh, y'all stuck on Keyshawn. Keyshawn got to fight Edwin De Los Santos for me.
Santos. I was just about to say, yeah, he
He got
got
to
to. He
fight
got to get
Edwin
that.
for me. He got to fight Edwin for me at 140,
Yeah.
brother.
Hmm.
That's your
But
comeback
you
fight.
dropped the ball.
You
Yeah,
dropped
you
it.
dropped the
You
ball
dropped it
big
on.
one on
You
that.
dropped it. You dropped it on Edwin. You dropped the ball on Edwin De Los Santos, somebody you were supposed to beat at 135. He came down after being inactive and was ready for you
Hmm.
and struggled and sacrificed. And boom, he says De Los Santos moving up. Man, you seen the pictures of De Los Santos? This motherfucker big as a house.
Shit, that motherfucker really should be fighting at 147.
Man, De Los Santos big as a fucking dinosaur, bro. Man, is he moving up? Can he move up? Will he move up? Should he move up? I hope he move up. He with fucking Jay Prince. He can do whatever he want to do. Frank Martin up there too.
Yeah, he had 142. I think they say he's about to announce a fight in October. So
Great
let's see
fights.
what his Yeah,
These
October's going to be another boxing month, man.
audition months for Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas is auditioning for Turkey. You know
Hey,
what?
as they should, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, because people were sitting over here talking about how Top Rank and BBC, they was like, yo, what are they gonna do? Because they ain't got no TV deal, no home yet. Which I would think, if I'm predicting it right, I think the Zone is gonna get all of them anyway. But Turkey finna run supreme on all of them. Everybody's gonna start auditioning for him. That's why I say that shit. With I rocks with him, but the way how he be coming with y'all, I don't fuck with it. He ain't by any means. I'm like, bruh, I take your
Hey, what are you
PVC
beefing
fan.
with Blunt Sports about?
Well, the thing is that Dean always contradict himself, man. And sometimes people call it out, and he doesn't have the accountability to fucking man up and fucking admit it. But what we were saying was with the PVC, when we were one, Dean ran with that narrative talking about they sent that one fight contract to Shakur. When clearly Steven Espinoza came out and said, hey, there was no deal that was sent. It was just talks about how the contract we had set up, but nothing was never really finalized. Hell, nothing was never really said. When Shakur went on that Sway Universe show and he killed what's the name accountable, like, hey, bro, you, even though you didn't say that, you made it seem as if y'all sent me something. And people like Dean, Fanon, all y'all went with that shit, knowing that that shit was false. And then now you're saying that, hey, there's a possible chance that Shakur may come over to PBC. Well, why is he taking that fight with Jake Paul? Now you want to come after the fact. Bruh, if you look at it, I'm like the same as Vasily Lomachenko. This fight was supposed to be had years ago with Shakur. It never transpired. Just like how y'all did Lomachenko. Now Lomachenko, he got a belt and he was on the verge of retirement at that time. Oh, now you want to take it. The similar with this right here. He's coming over. Tank is still in his prime. Like, it still ain't too late. Like, even with Jake Paul, the motherfucker could come back and fight either him or he need to rematch Rhodes first. Because I'm like, if you don't do that, bruh, it's
Stop
still.
right there.
But,
Stop right there. I was with
Mhm.
you all the way up into that. Listen,
Go ahead.
Tank, where the real Tank fans at? Cause I've been shouting this shit since day one. I'm used to the Tank fans saying Tank fight whoever the fuck he want to fight. We already know who Tank is, nigga. I want to.
True.
This what I want to see Tank do. I want to see him beat the shit out of Jake Paul. I don't care what
Mhm.
nobody say about no scripted fight. I want him to fight this man and try to hurt this motherfucker, right? And after that,
Mhm.
do what the fuck you want to do. If it's fight Pacquiao, fight Pacquiao. But as long as you trying to beat the shit out of whoever the fuck you fighting, you doing the same
Mhm.
thing you've been doing since you stepped foot in
Step for
135.
them. Yeah.
Name all the opponents at 135. They all characters, if you ask me. Nigga,
Are they dangerous characters?
who? 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 I
Uh,
know
uh,
you.
uh,
I know you ain't talking about Rolly.
you said, oh, you said 140? You
No,
said 135?
135. 135 Tank.
Oh, when since he been at 135. Okay, nah. I'm talking about the current ones. My bad. You talking about the past when he fought.
No,
Then
I'm
yeah, they all
talking
been,
about
yeah, they are
I'm
characters.
I'm talking about 135-pound Tank.
Um, then if that's the case, then yeah, I would say characters then.
All characters and washed up ex-champions. Like Gamboa was his tune-up fight, was his acclamation fight to 135. And he was an old
Right.
man. And he tore his Achilles in the second
Achilles.
round.
And still fall through that shit. So
Who was the next after that? Was it fucking damn, was it Hector Garcia?
Hector Garcia.
And then Ryan Garcia.
Mhm.
Was it Pitbull? We had Pitbull, I think. Had Pitbull Cruz. Had fucking Frank Martin, you know, he had to get a black fighter after that. You know, he's a
Mhm.
thug. He had just got through ducking Shakur.
Shakur, yeah.
He needed a little extra right before that fight, he was fighting what it was. The guy that got beat up by Shakur, what's his name? Artem.
Artem, which
Artem,
I think, and
Artem
which
beat
Artem gave
him.
him, he even with the knockdown, I think he still won that fight against
Artem
Frank
was
Martin.
beaten, and they still gave him a shot on Juneteenth. So Lomachenko ducked him. They was like, "Ooh, who he gonna fight? Who he gonna fight?" There was so many people at 135 just begging for a chance. Even the youngsters, even Schofield.
Schofield. Mm-hmm.
Schofield, he was too young for Tank, so they picked Lamont Roach. But when Shakur got Schofield, it was a good fight, great fight. In fact, Schofield had a chance, and that was despicable. But
Did that bullshit a couple days before the actual fight. Yeah, that shit
before
was.
Lamont Roach was actually announced on December 14th, all the Tank fans was like, "Oh man, this shit, man." And Big Dog Willie, he like a troll for Shakur. He sent a super chat to Knockout talking about this the fight y'all wanted. Y'all wanted this Lamont Roach fight. And Knockout said, "Shit, I'd rather see El Rayo than this shit." You know what I'm saying? But once they announced that shit for December the 14th, they had to dig up the crates. They had to find out he was a champion. Belts matter now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the hypocrisy just kept coming. And then he fought at 135. He really a 135 pounder. And then Lamont Roach, he killed that when he was on Najee. Remember? He was like, "It ain't like I fought it. It ain't like I fought at 135. It's just the guys I was fighting, they couldn't make weight." So who you fighting? Some scrub or dubs? But anyway, they got that shit. He fought at 135, nigga, and he a champion, nigga. And guess what? They friends. This nigga went to pool parties with Tank. That's what he said. So that's another element of the game. And then come to find out he stole a fight from Lamont Roach and fought him in D.C. Hector Garcia.
Lamont
Roach
his home backyard.
Like, then he asked him, like, "Why you think they not fighting in D.C. with Tank?" He was like, "Man, they don't want the crowd. People gonna show up for me. They don't want that type of crowd for Tank."
Mm-hmm.
That's
his
what
fight
Lamont
was
Roach.
fought in New York. Mm-hmm.
That's what Lamont Roach was saying. So, I mean, come on, man. I don't think Tank should have never even fought Lamont Roach. Tank Davis is ducking his Mike Tyson destiny.
Yeah.
He's trying to avoid a Mike Tyson destiny, but that's the way his career path is going.
Yeah.
You say, why do they hate Turkey? You know why. If you had to ask why they hate Turkey, you have to identify who is they. They. And then you identify the fan base that hates Turkey. Who is the fan base that hates Turkey?
I think I know who he's talking about, but we're going to let him say it.
But you said.
Well, shit, the people on the other side, the PBC levels. Motherfuckers like, Fanon over there.
The Tank fans?
Yeah, the
because
Tank
you can't
fan.
Because you can't say the PBC hate Turkey because they love Turkey.
Well, I can't. Well, they love them, but PBC fanboys on. The PBC and the PBC fanboys, they separate because even though they'll do deals and they love him, the PBC, the actual motherfuckers who's connected with him, the fans really don't because they see that I'm like it's people are contradicted in their minds, bro. You ask for great fights, you ask for get good matchups, it gets presented to you, and it's like you niggas don't want it now. And I know because in their heart of hearts, they don't really be rooting for their fucking fighter like that, man. They be thinking that they fighter really gonna take a real life L. That's why I despise Tank fans, man. I'm like, these fighters, you want him. Say he a great and he can fight whoever he wants to fight, But let's say if he does, let's say if Tank does a 180 and say, you know what, yeah, I will fight them, and I'll also go up to 140 and fight the fighters up there. These Tank fans, these motherfucking nut huggers will be scared as hell. Be like, nah, bro, you too small. No. You need to put a rehydration.
And that's my
Oh,
thing.
hell, yeah. Go ahead.
That's my thing. You want too many advantages for me to root for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't root for guys that need so many advantages. And then when the fans, like back in the days, the real Tank fans used to, like, this is why I don't really like watch Knockout too much like I used to, because you fucked up your aura.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your aura was defending Tank at all costs, right? So when Tank announced the Jake Paul fight, what's what he been doing since, and still to this day?
Defending.
Talking bad about Tank, man. Like the fight some shit. I'm still saying it. It's some shit ass fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You supposed to be the number one Tank defender. And now it's the aura gone, because that was the fun of watching you defend this nigga. You see what I'm saying? So now we got a nigga hating on him and Slick trying to defend him at the same time. No. The fun was watching you defend this nigga like God bless the dead Johnny Cochran. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, G, you fucked your game room up, man. Nigga, even Tank around this bitch, like, man, you niggas some bitches, man. Y'all flip the script on me. He told you niggas to choose sides and roll with him. He know what he doing. He knew he wasn't never gonna fight no Shakur. Y'all don't want to talk about this nigga Wishman talking about like he had a connect, talking about some he gonna rematch Lamont Roach and then he gonna fight Shakur. What the fuck is this nigga whispering for, man? What is you whispering for? That's not gonna, that's a dream. That's why you whispering. That shit ain't never gonna happen, nigga. And Javante Tank Davis probably sent them niggas so they can laugh at your dog ass, nigga. You say I see the play when Abdullah Mason whooped Sam Noakes the next fighter. He already said it. That's the next fighter to him. He already that's why I made the song.
Wait. Hold on. What's the play?
Abdullah Mason the next Tank Davis.
Okay.
So you could, keep the ball rolling,
Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
And Tank Davis acting crazy, so they need somebody. So why not designate him? He's a knockout artist. His family's moving him in the right direction and great fights, and it's a matter of time. But
I'll get behind Abdullah because I know at least they're gonna put him in some wars. They're gonna put that boy in some wars.
My thing is undisputed at 135. Who's gonna win that?
If I want to
bet your life savings.
If one who's going to be undisputed. Oh, yeah, I'm putting on my cars on that boy from Newark.
Is that Shakur Stevenson, sir?
Yes, sir.
Well, the next question is, will Abdullah Mason obtain actual belts in 2026?
I would say that he's not going to acquire. You know what? No. He can possibly unify the IBF. And the only go ahead.
And if he does that, how do you become undisputed without fighting for it? Undisputed. You have to fight people that have the belts, right?
Belts. Correct. That means it's going to come down to the WBA. I'm sorry, because guess who got that belt?
What does that mean?
Well, it means, to me, in my opinion, it's going to come to if they're going to strip Tank or not.
If they strip Tank and all the youngsters get the belts in 2026, they go at it. Who's going to be standing at the end of 2026 or the beginning of 2027 for an undisputed fight?
It'll probably be 2027. So if I had to put my money on it, I still think that's Shakur. Because I tell
Versus,
you, it would be. I think it would be Shakur versus Abdullah. I really do think that.
and 2026 is, like I predicted, the year for you young niggas to go ahead and get yourself mixed up and acquainted with each other, because Shakur Stevenson did say he wanted to collect all of the belts.
The belt. Mm-hmm.
So whether you young like a lion in the jungle, you still got to get killed. There's no sympathy for the dead over there.
And it's crazy too because it's a. I look at it as a great thing because I don't look like you said, and I see where you thinking of it too. The shit don't even matter with Tank at all. Tank that already checked out and shit. There are a lot of greats in that division other than that nigga. So that's why I will actually be happy if they do get stripped because
you got to look past Tank. You got to go ahead and count him
look past.
out.
Yeah, go ahead and just count him out. Go ahead and start looking at Schofield, Javier Herrera, Murataya. That's why I think that unification between Abdullah and Murataya can happen because they both on the top rank. So that's why I said they're going to do that unification. If it happens, it's going to be in-house because we all know how top rank plays.
And I got to beating Murataya.
Me as well. I have them as well. If that comes down to it, and if somehow Shakur, here's what I'm looking at. If they happen to, the WBA end up becoming vacant or whatever, I know Schofield is going to be in line with it because he is the champ.
Yeah.
Or the regular champ, as the WBA has it. So if he happens to fight for that vacant, whoever he fights, I think Floyd Schofield will probably come out on top.
You got Andy Cruz in the mix too.
Yeah, that too. So he's the dark horse. So it depends on what route who is going to actually fight him for. Now, if he gets that WBA, I'm gonna be honest. He's not gonna mind fighting Shakur. He's gonna fight Shakur. That's my.
Well, what I said. After Devin Haney fiasco, and then here come the Cepeda fiasco. I said that if Shakur Stevenson beats the shit out of Cepeda and does not fake like he hurt his hand mid-fight, he's going to be forever WBC shorty. He's going to have to always try to twist people's arms to make fights. He's going to have to petition and do things, as far as legally to try to make guys get in the ring with them.
Yeah.
And that's a story because niggas don't want to fight that, brother.
You don't think Cruz and with his trainer Ennis, you don't think they're going to want that fight? Because I know they'll. It seems like they'll take the fight. They more likely to want.
We talking about African American fighters. We ain't talking about.
Okay.
Them guys gonna get in the ring with Shakur. Them different breed of niggas, man. They don't care about losses and shit like that.
Yeah,
they might get a team that might care about it, but them guys like Edwin De Los Santos, they'll step in the ring with them guys, no hesitation. You seen Edwin was ready to die in that motherfucking fight. He lost so much weight just to make weight for that Keyshawn fight. What? Sacrifice. So they'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Latins, as I call it, they'll get in there. Afro Latino. That's why I said it's gonna have to be them. Because I would say if it can't, I'm gonna say it like this: if they can't get the fight, I'm talking about Shakur and Jay Prince, that team, you're going to have to use a dark horse for somebody like a puzzle piece to collect the belt for you so you can make the fight happen. Similar to kind of like how I said Arrow did the heavy lifting 147 because everybody was avoiding Bud and Arrow took that fight. Kind of got to play it kind of similar Shakur's probably gonna have to take that similar route like Bud taking. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think all them young niggas ain't gonna take that. The only person who I think crazy enough would do it and would test his greatness would probably, if I had to hedge my bet, would probably be like Abdullah Mason and shit.
Right.
That's probably the only one. I don't see Schofield doing it. He's all cap. I knew that bullshit when he was gonna pull that stunt. They talking about, oh well, he should run a record with Schofield. No,
Right.
he shouldn't because it's gonna be the same shit. They all talk. They not gonna run that shit with that boy. Like no.
Shakur on a whole nother level, and the fact that he got to go through all that bullshit just to get a championship fight. I mean, some belts, a title fight, a unification, or anything, man. That's a shame. They show you what boxing came to.
Yeah, yeah. That's which is
And
insane work.
you know what's so hilarious? The fact that we can talk about this with Shakur Stevenson, but not Tank. We had to exclude him from this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're gonna have to get used to. And
Yeah,
that's a shame because he's supposed to be the face of boxing. He don't even want to be it. But you're gonna make him be the face of boxing. He don't even want to be it.
don't even want to be.
And y'all gonna sit here and just make this man be what he want to be and make Shakur be what he ain't. And it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like this nigga Shakur been trying the word trying to fight these guys and get these belts, man. That's a understated word in boxing, like, cause you can try all day, but that don't mean these niggas gonna get in the ring with you. So what you gonna do? Keep on trying to fight Tank? No.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta try to fight Tio and hope he don't duck again. And if Tio don't fight you, you got to try to fight somebody that's gonna get you a bag to feed your family. And if it's a scrubber dub, then that's what you got to do, G. Because you tried to fight Pitbull, he said no. Then you tried to fight Cepeda, and he said no. Then you tried to fight Lomachenko. He was on the same side of the street. You tried to fight Frank Martin. He wanted a little extra oomph. You tried to
After
fight.
signing the contract, go ahead. Go ahead.
He tried to fight Cambosis and he couldn't look him in his eye right after the fight. He raised his shirt up and said, I'm on weight right now. What's up? He had to walk off. You tried to fight Tank Davis and told him a whole bunch of times to send the contract. He gonna embarrass you for 12 rounds. He said that. You tried to fight all these guys. Now who else he's supposed to try to fight when them niggas don't want to fight him?
And the way and
tried to fight Schofield.
Yeah, even though he told the motherfuckers, even though the people like Eddie Hearn and the organization, all of them, they was like, nah, we don't. He was like, nah, send him the contract. You talking shit? Let's get it.
Hey, Devontae say that's why I think Shakur should move up. Ain't no one gonna duck him at 140 besides Tio. Shit. You heard
shit,
hold up. You heard what Richardson Hitchison said? He said, shit, I'll fight Shakur for about 12 to 15 million dollars. That's all I got to say.
And that's supposed to be his homeboy. Come on, Richardson. Come on, bro.
Hold on, extreme. But my thing is, why y'all want Shakur to move away from 135?
Mm-hmm. They can't answer that. They're not gonna be able to answer that. Even though that's his natural way.
We ain't going. That nigga ain't going nowhere. That nigga gonna stay and terrorize them little young niggas down there. 135.
And the niggas that's coming up.
All that little young shit. He's young. You niggas, man, y'all flippity floppity. 1 minute they street niggas, and the next minute they boxing analysis. You know what I'm saying? Analysts. So if you go to Jacksonville, Florida, or your neighborhood, or Chicago, Illinois, Memphis, Tennessee,
And you keep that same mind state about these 11 and 12-year-old children running around here with extended clips while they on bicycles then.
Mm-hmm.
They old
It's
enough to go to the war in the army at the age of 18 right after high school and die for their country and get a Purple Heart for being injured in a war. If it's wartime, nigga, they old enough to motherfucking die in the ring, nigga. They getting punched, they lacing up gloves. You keep telling me these little young niggas ain't ready for this guy and they ain't ready for this guy. They got to move them up this way. They got to move them up that way. Scared to see if your child or your young fighter, a so-called phenom, is an anomaly. Like Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali. But he ain't that good, so you ain't gonna put him out there. You telling your youngster he ain't that good. You ain't no anomaly. You ain't no Mike Tyson. You ain't no Muhammad Ali. You ain't no motherfucking LeBron James come straight out of high school ass nigga. You ain't no.
Mm-mm-mm.
So you keep on babysitting these little young niggas, man, and let them get fat for the kill. And Shakur Stevenson gonna clean them boys up.
Clean them up. Mm-hmm. Because I've always said the longer with Shakur, the longer you wait, bruh, it's
He's
actually
getting
get
better.
worse. Yeah.
Hey, who are the fighters that can get better? Shakur.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the ones they hate on, Shakur, fucking Boots. He's gonna get
Oops.
better. And imagine them two niggas getting better.
I'm
Is
gonna say
Tank
it like this.
is Tank gonna get better, or is he gonna level back out, or is he gonna get worse? Because he's not that good right now. I think he can level back out to get back where he used to be, but can he get better after he levels back out?
No,
Huh?
no.
Because I don't care what you say, man. It looked like he in his Michael Jordan's second phase of his career, he got to develop a fadeaway jump shot.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is, I think Shakur and Boots are at an incline and at the peak of their career, and they don't take as much punishment as Tank. They can get better. They are getting better. Shakur in the
Mm-hmm.
best shape of his life in that Terrence Crawford camp. Climbing mountains in Colorado is a big deal. Sparring
Mm-hmm.
with Terrence Crawford is a big deal. Sharpening that man's sword, where you see Terrence Crawford fighting just like Shakur Stevenson in a Canelo fight, is a big deal to me because we predicted that.
And people talking about him handling power. I wouldn't be surprised if Shakur invite Lester Martinez to spar with him so he handled the power. So he would get acclimated to that. Because I'm like, when I heard about that shit, I said, no wonder why Martinez looked pretty sharp. I was like, and I'm like, yeah, Martinez got some power. Like the way that motherfucker was hitting him,
Right.
and he was taking Mbilly's hit because Mbilly can throw. I was like, that Martinez is a dog. I said, but I did not know he was in their camp like that, and I didn't know. I think they Bomac trains him.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey,
I'm like, oh shit. So
the question is, do you think Turkey gonna put up money for a Shakur versus Devin fight?
do I think he will?
My thing is, I want Turkey after the Jake Paul fight. If it go like I hope it go, I want him to put up money for Tank versus Devin fight. Cause you already gonna be up there and wait, nigga.
What if we're gonna call it like a wish list?
Right.
If you want that wish list to happen, 140, is that what we're thinking of? The fight,
No,
the weight.
Devin and Tank 147.
Oh, so you want Tank to go up
He
147?
already gonna be up. How big he gonna get for Jake Paul?
Probably about. I mean, to be honest with you, Tank really rehydrates at 147, 150 to be exact. So,
So you
so
think he's gonna be like 147, 150 for the fight?
I think he'll be past positive 150 if he's bulking up to withstand Jake Paul. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets up to 160 something.
So you can come back down and say fuck 135. Because that's gonna be a hell of a drop trying to go back to 135.
That's you know what, you got a point on that. That's crazy. You say that.
He said he'll be 155 on fight night. And I'm
And then,
talking. Hey, I'm talking physiology now. I'm talking about like Roy Jones going up to heavyweight, coming back.
yeah, and then, but you know what? It's crazy you going that direction because remember I was saying they already gonna have drawdown excuse if he's already gonna come back.
You
He
know,
lose
that's the way to go.
155 and goes and lose all that weight. The fans already got a built-in excuse where he had to
That's
drop all
that's
that
that's
weight.
why Terrence Crawford ain't coming back to no fucking 54. I knew he
And
was
I
capping.
said, yeah, facts. Because I was thinking that too, and I was like, you know what? Hell nah. Because niggas knew what happened to fucking Roy Jones Jr. when that shit happened. When you jump out weight classes like that, like it ain't like he went. It ain't like Roy went from heavyweight to cruiserweight. The nigga went back to light heavy. That nigga lost a whole 25 pounds.
Right.
You also lose muscles doing that too. So that motherfucker was not the same fighter as he was. So that's you do damn. See, that's why I fucks with you, Rule. You make niggas think.
No.
Cause now I'm
But see,
thinking about it.
I studied physiology, homie, so I knew how the body worked, bro. I don't care what none of them niggas say. And you taking punishment? No. You gonna lose a chest piece when you come back down. It might just be a pun. Some niggas lose bishops.
Yeah.
Some niggas lose
Yeah.
rooks. Some niggas lose a couple puns, man. Like all it takes is an inch or a second. You can lose an inch or a second.
Some niggas, a lot of niggas lose queens and kings too. Shit. So you right. Physiology looking at that shit. I'm glad. That's why I say I
Like
fucks with you, Rule.
look
You
at T.O.
really.
Look at T.O. and Tank. T.O. they fucked off their queen. But you know, I think Tank still got his queen, but you know, T.O. fucked off his queen, man. You can play bad chess with your queen and fuck your boxing career up too.
Yeah, true.
Like all this shit is like chess. Like I tell all the youngsters that learn chess, man, all the old cats learn how to play chess officially because it helps you with your brain function and how to handle life. Because this chess been around before Jesus was born, and you know it's the game of life. You know, so learn that game if you don't know it. You say Devin already agreed to fight as soon as Turkey presented it. Hey, listen, I got Devin beating Brian Norman Jr., man. You heard me?
You said you got him beat Brian Norman.
Yeah.
I got B and J for that one. He's been studying, bro. So the thing is, my only concern is like how you said, is he gonna keep his if he's gonna keep his line behind that jab and stay stiff when he throws it. Where
Think about this though,
Haney,
because if you talking Tank versus Devin, it ain't gonna be good if it'll be Tank versus Brian Norman then coming back down, coming back down from Jake Paul weight. And you know, they say Brian Norman broke his nose in sparring and shit like that. That'll be another good fight. But my thing is Devin, if he's not ruined, because T.O. ruined this for me, and I keep preaching this, I never took Devin off my pound for pound list. Even though guys don't like his character and his father, I watched the skills. And I knew I knew that Devin was the type of boxer that gets caught up in the times and being the bad guy, you know, because he was a good guy at first, but you know, you can't be a good guy in any type of if you want to be viral or entertaining or you know whatever popular. So just like with female rap, you can't talk about relationships. You got to talk about breaking a nigga. You know what I'm saying? So same with the boys, you got to talk about killing. But with boxing, you got to be a bad guy. So Devin's the bad guy. He's the face of boxing, so called, right? So nigga, you got Devin Haney, nigga. You got to understand that if Devin was to win, he gonna do it with the boxing skills, like stand on the outside and like he was supposed to do against Lomachenko. But what he say in the corner, he figured me out. That's because you was trying to trade with this motherfucker.
trade with the nigga, yeah, exactly.
So I say he gonna go in there and try to change his style because y'all keep calling him pillow fisted. And my thing is the same thing with Ryan Garcia. I say he gonna go in there and try to trade with a power punch. All he got is a left hook, and he gonna get caught with it because his daddy
Kept
on
getting
T.
caught with.
Yeah,
Man.
his daddy all on TMZ talking about, oh, I'm sending my son in there to kill Ryan Garcia, send your children to sleep, and all that shit. It's like you gonna trade, okay, boom, round one, pow. And
Pow.
all throughout the fight, he was hugging Ryan Garcia. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because he was getting clipped.
It's a clip.
And the
Like a
referee,
motherfucker.
Harvey Dock, I love Harvey Dock, but you were saving Devin, bro. He
Yeah.
saved Devin
Mm-hmm.
in round 7, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He saved Devin in round 7. Devin was getting beat up so bad that all them knockdowns was getting called as sliverages, and Ryan was getting frustrated. And so when he kept pop, 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 and he hugged him for that last time and wouldn't let him go, and the referee Harvey Dock got in between them, he called him late, right? Out of frustration.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he took the point instead of excessive holding and stopping the fight and giving. You want to take a point from Ryan, and Ryan was like, and that gave Devin a chance to get his motherfucking senses back together, bro. And that
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker, I guarantee you, if
Mm-hmm.
it was a referee like Jack Reese in that motherfucker,
Jack,
nigga,
yeah. Yep.
Reese
Yep.
would have let that shit go. He'd have like, all right, now come on now, Devin. All right, now let's go fight. And Devin would have probably got stopped in that goddamn 7th round, man, because he was seeing doubles, had to be, because he was grabbing on for dear life. You know
Like
what
a
I'm saying? So,
motherfucker, bro.
I don't know, bro. He say Ryan gonna duck Devin
Mm-hmm.
rematch. T.O. and Tank is going to duck Shakur. Devin versus Shakur 26. I would love to see that, but I don't think Devin wants to fight Shakur Stevenson, bro, to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it's Devin. I think it's Bill.
Because Bill know what's up, bro.
Bill knows.
Bill's knows. He knows, bro.
Bill is the boss. Bill put Shakur Stevenson, not Devin Haney, because Devin Haney is just a boxer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bill is the boss. Bill is running the show. Bill put together a list, and the top of the list was who? Brian Norman Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And who was second? Shakur Stevenson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it was something like that. I don't think it. I thought no.
He
Brian.
was on the top
No,
3. I know
no.
he.
Brian Norman was like number 4. Who was number 1 on Bill Haney list? Well, who was number 1?
It wasn't Tank, was
Was
it?
it Javante? I gotta go back and
You
look.
know it. I think
It was
it
T.O.
had to been.
It was
It was
T.O.
T.O. Okay.
And number 2, thank you, Devontae. I knew Shakur was number 2 though. And since T.O. ducked.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead. But since T.O. ducked, it was supposed to be Shakur, not Brian Norman Jr. Because Shakur is number 2, right? So I knew that shit was capped because you got 135 pounders at the top of your list. And we made the video about you weight bullying mother lovers. When the commission came out and said, well, we knew he was going 18% over. It's just, it's a shame. He did that to Polo Low Regis when y'all was in the weigh-ins before that, telling people they was too small, knowing the next day you're going to be gorilla size. I saw a picture of Devin Haney standing next to David Benavidez, and these guys were colossal and damn near the same size. Just one a little bit taller. Big as a house like Edwin De Los Santos. These guys are huge. And now we got Devin Haney fighting Brian Norman Jr. He was number 4 on that list. So if you beat Brian Norman Jr., man, you can go right back up to the top of your list and fight Shakur or Tank. But we know Tank got a Jake Paul fight. But Turkey Al-Sheep fuck with you. And he wants to see Tank get beat bad. Because he tried to offer him $20 million guaranteed at first, remember? And he said that he wanted how many Ferraris? And I would think if I had that much money, access to it, and I was considered
All right, I'm back.
a man of respect, I would take that as disrespect. You want 2 Ferraris? How dare you disrespect me like that? So you can talk to these street niggas like that, but you can't talk to Turkey Al Sheik like that. That's probably how Turkey Al Sheik was thinking, but you don't know that, and you didn't take that in consideration. So now he's probably like, okay, I offered a hand of, you know, engagement, but you slapped my hand and spit on me with words. So you know what? I'm gonna still try to do business with you because guess what? I don't even like Shakur. Yeah, you talking about some towel head this and towel head that, and then you say you don't want to fight your brother. I don't like that spirit. I'm Turkey Al Sheik. I want to see niggas really fight animals if I can get away with it. But guess what? I got the bag, access to it, whatever you want to make fun of me about, and I'm putting together the best fights in boxing. So if you want this Ring Magazine belt, you're gonna have to fight somebody for it if you want the big bag. I gave $71 million to Daniel Dubois, and he got knocked the fuck out. He say Tank gonna retire. He ain't even gonna try to negotiate with Turkey. Just straight hang up the phone and fight Lamont Roach. Bruh, this nigga better not fight Lamont Roach, man. You got so many Tank got so many much better fights than Lamont Roach, bro. Why you can't afford to lose to Lamont Roach, bro?
Especially if you drop all that weight and go back to 135, bro. That's just
Why
screaming
these
Buster
niggas don't
Douglas.
why these niggas don't understand Tank, bro? These niggas ain't never been around real street niggas before, bro. Let me tell you something. The shit went haywire. First of all, nigga was supposed to get knocked out. He thought it was gonna be motherfucking Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas fights, nigga. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? The nigga, oops. Except Lamont Roach ain't got no knockout power, but they knew that. They got great fight matchmaker. They know that, man. If he beat him, he ain't gonna knock him out. Come on, man. You say Tank fans call Roach ungrateful. How? Because he's celebrating a victory that he didn't get.
Right.
Because
talking about a damn draw. The fuck?
No. If you go by the Tank fans and the biggest at the time Tank supporter knockout, you know the knee should have counted.
Yeah.
Right. If the knee should have counted, that means Lamont Roach was supposed to win.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't Lamont Roach want to celebrate when y'all say the knee should have counted? Hell, I'm gonna take advantage of everything because I know this nigga really don't want to fight me. He been telling y'all, just like when Tank said he ain't gonna be the next fight after this. He want a rematch, but it ain't gonna be the next one. Y'all didn't believe Tank. Y'all didn't believe Tank when he said he talked to Al Heyman and said it's gonna be a wrap. He gonna retire. Y'all didn't believe Tank. Y'all didn't believe Tank when he said, man, Shakur, who is Shakur for? Man, why y'all be wanting me to fight people? You didn't believe Tank when he said they just sending me over there to Saudi Arabia to lose. I don't like him because that's Devin's guy. You didn't believe Tank. That's why he don't want to fight over there. You think it's because, oh man, all money ain't good money. But PBC and Al Heyman love that money.
To the point that they sending one of their top guys on one of the cars in November, named the Mexican Monster.
It's two questions. It's two questions. Why is you loyal to the PBC and why is you loyal to a nigga like Tank? Because the PBC gonna fuck with Turkey and Tank gonna fuck with the bag and not fuck with Turkey. Don't make sense? How your conglomerate and the people that you loyal to, loyalty, fucking with Turkey Al Sheik, and you ain't fucking with Turkey Al Sheik because of the loyalty to the PBC. It's a circle. PBC fucking with Turkey. Tank Davis fuck with the PBC and loyal to the PBC, but Tank Davis don't want to fuck with Turkey because he's loyal to the PBC. How that make sense? I'm confused. So eventually, Tank, man, if you want a big bag, Because this they keep talking about Tank getting $100 million. Where that's coming from?
Can't be. It ain't. What's the face, bro?
They splitting 100.
They splitting it, yeah. And I think he's even on. I think Tank is only getting like 20, 25 mil out of that. So I think Blunt broke that down and shit. I'm like, and then he even broke it down where how much the other fighters was getting fighting Tank. They was like so much of him being the so-called face of boxing, how much y'all say he's getting the bag. I'm like, these motherfuckers only getting 1.5, 2 million fighting Tank. I'm like, nigga, if that's the case, how y'all gonna sit over here and drop up on Shakur when Shakur was getting those fighting people, motherfuckers like Jeremiah Nigga Thilia and all them? What the fuck?
Come on, homie. Preach to me. But you preaching to the choir. Like when Knockout said he want to be having these type of conversations about Tank, I felt him. I felt his pain because I've been telling y'all can't have the same conversations and talk about belts. And they used to block. They used to block me like the Rebuttal Entertainment. That's why I got blocked. I got blocked on the Rebuttal Entertainment. And shout out to Sports Prediction, man. He told me to subscribe, but I've been subscribed to him because he's funny to me. You know, I love watching Tank pages. So I was like, belts matter. Belts don't matter. I was like, Lamont Roach got a belt. I don't care. Belts don't matter. How old are you? I was like, nigga, I'm 47 years old. Nigga, they ain't old enough to talk boxing to me. I was like, damn, how old you got to be to talk boxing, nigga? That nigga blocked me, dog, because I said belts matter. And I'm not old enough to talk boxing. So that's the Tank fans, G. So I'm like, damn. So belts don't matter, then belts matter. But it don't matter on that show. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I can't talk boxing.
Nah, you can't. Not with him.
So of course they gonna call Roach ungrateful. Like you supposed to be like a peasant when you fight Tank. Always look down. Don't look him in the eyes and thank him. Like Terrence Crawford was thanking Turkey all the time. Thank you, sir. Thank you, master. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you. How many times you gonna tell me? I hate when niggas do that shit. I'll be like, man, all right, bro. Man, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. All right, bro. Go ahead, bro. Maybe Turkey liked that shit, man. I don't know, man. I couldn't do that shit, man. Don't quit thanking me, nigga. You thank me behind closed doors. You ain't got to do it on camera. And once you do it one time, you ain't got to do it 40 more. Nigga, thank your people. Thank your people like you thank the Mexican people.
And that's that damn inferiority complex that they had. Like everybody got to bow down to this little nigga. Like, bro.
And people think I be hating on Crawford, but I hate that type of nigga. You see what I'm saying? I don't like them type of niggas, dog. So I can root for him as far as like fighting and be analytical and think he gonna beat this guy and think he gonna beat that guy. But when I see him in there and I see the Mexicans saying "Viva la Mexico" and there's nothing wrong with that, I remember my uncles. And I remember the people that used to be like Black Power in the streets, wearing afros, putting the black gloves on, and being Black Panther parties and shit. And it was cool to be black back then, but it ain't cool to be a nigga now. You can't market yourself if you pro-black. The only nigga that's boxing that's pro-black and talk for his people is who?
You said the one that talks pro-black right now.
Yep. Still active.
Who would that be?
Deontay Wilder.
Yep. Okay.
To this day. And look how they treat him. Now we talking about boxing. We ain't talking about no damn LDBC. We talking about actual boxers that got a platform and a stage for millions of people to view them. LBDC is just a fucking YouTube channel like me. You know what I'm saying? We talking about actual celebrities that are influencing the youth, like the Mexican celebrities that influence their youth, and they grow up raising a flag. We don't even have a flag. Like, you know, I've been saying this shit for over 2-3 years on this channel, man. There's no black boxer except Deontay Wilder that speaks up for his black people. And look how they treat him. Like they say he's not even a great boxer. He's even defended his title so many times. Whether he's a great boxer or not, he's a heavyweight. That's what they fail to recognize. And heavyweights can get hit one time and it's over with. I don't care how good or skilled you are. That's why they don't belong on the pound for pound list, man. Now you got Jake Paul fighting Tank Davis next, nigga.
What you think it's gonna feel like to lose to an amateur, chump?
I'm not a fighter in boxing that's going to go in there and just walk through the shit that I'm throwing.
right.
It's impossible.
Right.
I done trained my whole life. I've been boxing my whole life. Ain't nobody just walking in there, hands up, and that shit ain't working. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about.
Oshino found out the hard way.
No, not Oshino.
Oshino found out the hard way. You know, he found.
Oshino found out the hard way.
You know who we talking about.
I'm just gonna say Yoshino because it's better fight than Yoshino Watson, right? So any fighter. I'm saying, just put any fighter in the world, you name them. They're not walking through anything that I'm just throwing. I don't care who you is, and if you is, you getting picked apart.
Right.
You getting picked apart. You walking to punches. But you give me a fighter like Edwin, right? Bring him part of my team.
And do what? You get in the camp with Edwin and give him game like you give everybody else? Hey, man, this gonna be a great fight. Great fight.
Great fight.
Tank Davis, man, you got a chance to shut all the haters up. Boy, it's just like
You ain't never seen that movie. Great White Hope. That shit was so funny. Or the Great White Hype or something like that. That shit was funny. Because it's the same shit going on with Jake Paul. Like it's the opposite. It's the opposite. It's like not really like Damian Wayne was the champion at the time. He was just beating motherfuckers up. And they said, man, we're going to get you. He was like, I'm through fighting. He's like, man, we need you to come back. We're going to get you to fight a white boy. He's like, man, I ain't finna fight no white boy. We're going to give you $10 million. At that time, that was a lot, right? So he's like, all right, I ain't going to even train for this white boy. That nigga got fat. That nigga eating snacks. That nigga... So they found the white boy, I think, that beat him in the amateurs or something, right? And they hyped him up. And all the white people in America was rooting and like, yeah, he gonna beat the champ. And they got behind this white boy, and he got in there say he gonna do it for the homeless. And all the other white folk like, do it for the white race, do it for the white race. And so he got in the ring talking shit, like, yeah, how it's gonna feel to get beat by an amateur. So that's why I put Jake Paul face on there. And when he got in the fight, he was beating the shit out of Damian Wayne. Bop, bop, bop. So when Damian Wayne was like, he was like, man, I'm just holding him up. I'm just carrying the fight. He was like, man, stop playing with him then. He was like, watch out for that overhand right. And got caught. Boom. And that nigga got dizzy and wobbly, right? He caught his senses and he looked at that white boy. He was like, man, you trying to embarrass me on TV, motherfucker? And beat the shit out of his ass. He beat the shit out of that motherfucker and knocked him out, right? And the little boy in the wheelchair dropped the goddamn Irish flag and was crying and shit. Man, that shit was the funniest part of the movie, nigga. That's what I want Tank Davis to do, bro. I need Tank Davis to knock Jake Paul out.
But see, check this out though. You know they trying to branch that white hope to old boy in the heavyweight Usyk.
Of course.
They like, yeah. They said no here. That's why. Go ahead.
Guess who cheerlead for him the most too?
Who?
A black YouTube creator.
What? Really?
Say it, nigga.
Oh my gosh.
Say it.
You said say it?
Say his name, nigga.
Oh, the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Don't say knockout.
Knockout boxing, he's a man. He can do it, no one can. No one can. Let's go. Yeah, he be up, boy. He know that nigga. He's undisputed. He did this. He did that. There's no fighter. He's number one over.
Oh my
Tank
God.
Davis. He had a number one on his list, and number two, Tank Davis. That's why Tank don't like him. Remember when he brought his pound for pound list out, and he had at like 14, and Abdullah at like number 11 or something.
Yeah, some stupid shit. Like, nigga. I'm like,
and then he had the nerve to put Tank #2 and Usyk #1. How dare you? And that was strike #1 for Tank right there. That was the only strike you got. You was okay with Tank at least a little bit until you did that pound for pound. You was Tank for sure. Hey, listen, Tank was. You always want to hear yourself as #1, right? I don't care who you are. Even me, like I love to hear like when Sports Prediction made his list of favorite YouTube pages. Man, when he got all the way down to the last one, it was me, man. I was like, God damn, bro, that's big to me because I be listening to him too. But my thing is, dog, Tank is who you represent to the fullest. And you had him #2 to a white boy? Oh, man. It's different breeds of nigga out here now. That nigga say, why would I talk about Erickson Lubin and Virgil Ortiz? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna watch that. That's why I made this video about that, because I clipped that nigga when he said that shit. Like,
well,
nigga,
that's a hell of a fight.
154.
The fuck is you talking about?
154 on fire.
Like a motherfucker. It's nothing but, bro, this is something we've been waiting on, man. Shit. That's why it's crazy because I said a couple years ago, I said, bro, Charlo, get your head out your ass, bro. Your division is gonna be cooking in a couple of years, man.
It's cooking
and
now, bro.
It's cooking like a motherfucker.
It's fish grease. It's fish grease.
Boy.
I'm back on that. I'm back on my fish grease. Hey, we fry everything in fish grease. Your French fries, your fish, your motherfucking tater tots, whatever the fuck you want to fry, and you're gonna keep using that same goddamn fish grease, nigga, over and over again, nigga. You better not throw that grease out. Get your ass whooped with a switch or a extension cord if you take Big Mama fish grease and pull that shit out.
Hey, it's crazy though. I told my homeboy this the other day because I kind of forgot about him too, because I know we named all the 154 pounders. And I was like, yo, hey, my nigga, I told you Jesus Ramos was going to run to 160.
What?
He like, he at 160, nigga?
And
Jesus Ramos.
So what Terrence Crawford say he going to go to?
160?
I know that's right.
And so I was like, okay, if Jesus Ramos...
Hold on. I ain't through. Can we say 160 is really, certified?
Not totally. It's about pretty much the belt holders. They're solid. I mean, only
Name
person
the belt
who
holders. Name the belt holders.
So, of course, the WBC is Carlos Adames. I want to say the WBA is the Ageless Wonder, Irisanda Lara. And IBF and the WBO in the ring is Yanabek.
Okay, so we're safe to say that Terrence Crawford on his LeBron James shit.
I can say that because I can see him.
Because guess
what?
Guess what? You got to respect that if he go to 160 and get undisputed there too, right?
Yeah, because those are legit. Them three are legit A-grade fighters.
And he got a better chance at going undisputed at 160 than he do at 154, right?
154. I think so. And the only yeah.
Why?
And I say that because at 154, you say why 160 then 154?
Right.
Why
would he have more trouble at 154 than 160?
Because nobody's there willing to unify the belts. He would have to do the long walk, than 160.
But let's go with competition wise.
Competition wise, well, you got a dark horse man down there named Boots at 154. Could we say Bachram?
That can give Crawford trouble.
You think Bachram can?
Who else?
And if he uses his reach or whatever, Pandora.
So you got three names that are dangerous. I don't really care about the Bachram because I think Terrence Crawford's style could defeat that
Yeah,
easier
canal boxing. Hmm.
easier than Fundura awkward long reach if he masters it, or boots in his athleticism, hand-eye coordination, better footwork, and better jabs, a quicker jab. He just have to deal with Terrence Crawford's experience and power.
Right, right, right. And WBO, we ain't going to even mention that. Anybody right there can take Xander Zayas. So, I mean,
Right. And I
so.
like Xander Zayas, and I tell all kids if they want to learn how to box, watch his not his last performance, but I think it was the performance before last, where he was boxing so beautifully, but he just couldn't get the knockout. He did everything that a boxer should do in a boxing training
Hmm.
video, as far as all the punches from 1 through 8, the defense, the
Hmm.
step back, the Mexican style, the slick back black boxer style, the all the pit. He did everything in there beautifully. Triple the jab, double the jab, single jab, stick the
Hmm.
jab, body shots. You know,
Hmm.
just like
That's why I said they can't.
just like the
Go
what's the
ahead.
name of that Saudi Arabian, the Muslim fighter that just fought on the card? He was in green. He boxed beautiful.
Hamza Shiraz.
No,
Hamza Shiraz. Yo.
no, it was a youngster. He stopped the
Oh,
guy. I
you talking
forget.
about that fault? You talking about that fault on the what's the face card?
Hmm.
Canelo shit.
Yes,
Uh,
beautiful.
uh, Uncle, some shit like that.
It was
Uncanel,
very
some shit like
awkward
that.
how to say his name. I don't like mispronouncing their name, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
We're gonna see
I
a lot.
know.
We're gonna see a lot
So
more
I
of him
mean,
Turkey people.
hmm I know he had on the green boxing shorts with
Right, right,
the lettering
right.
in there. I know you're talking about. I got to get his name right, but I know it's with an A. It starts with an A.
I thought it
Let
had
me,
an L in it,
let me
but
look at it. Let me.
yeah,
But I know
either way
exactly
it
that
goes,
dude is solid.
solid, and he just need more experience. He young, and that's what I be telling these guys. These boxers that they talk about, like Jerron Ennis, got more learning to do, and they gonna get better. They don't want them guys to get better. They hoping that they stuck at where they at. See, only thing Terrence Crawford could do for Canelo was get in the best shape of his life. He had Shakur Stevenson in his camp all along. He been fucking with Shakur Stevenson. He's been sharp as a knife. You understand? Anytime you got Shakur Stevenson in your camp, you're gonna be sharp as a knife. Don't you understand that?
Hmm What's the name? You remember? It was the Cambosos and the Hitchens fight. It was the undercard. That Indian fighter from India. He was
Hmm.
training with fucking Shakur
Right,
during his camp. And
bro.
he was sharp as
Don't
a
you
missile, boy.
don't you know that Shakur is gonna have like a 20-year career, and when he finishes his career, he's gonna die in boxing, just like Floyd,
Hmm
just like Don King, just like Suleiman.
Muhammad
God bless,
Al that's his name. My bad, but go ahead.
right,
Muhammad, that's his name.
just like God bless the dead, Suleiman's father died in this boxing game. The judges that you guys hate that give out by diabolical scorecards, you can't fire them. The referees that got cockeyed Clyde written all over their forehead, you can't fire those guys. They're trapped inside of boxing until they die. And there's nothing you can do about Floyd Money Mayweather doing whatever he wants to do because he is the PBC and the PBC loves turkey.
Hmm
So whatever beef Floyd and Tank got going on, I think Tank need to fix it or retire because you need Tank. You need Floyd. I meant Floyd when he was talking for Tank, shit was going gravy. But once you start beefing with him, you had to talk for yourself. You talk crazy and you talk out of your head because you're not used to that. You a street nigga and you ain't used to really talking to people that ain't, you know what I'm saying, talking like, yeah, my nigga, you know what I'm saying, fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You finna go out and drink party, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, where the pills at? You know what I'm saying? Look at this purse. You can't talk to the crowd like that. And so you get on TV
hmm
and you get caught up time. I'm just a guy that box. You know, and Floyd Mayweather would have never said anything like that ever in life. You know, Floyd would have had an answer for all of the questions that you didn't articulate. And that's why you need handlers. Tank needs to get back in with Floyd, because Floyd is the key to Tank's success. He's the alpha and the omega. He's the reason Tank is who he is. Without Floyd Mayweather, Tank would be top ranked Tank and probably a better respected fighter. But because he chose Floyd, he's all over the globe and considered the face of boxing. And pages are dedicated to Tank Davis like idols. When they preach in the Bible, never praise a false idol. And you see the Tank is a false idol, and you still continue to praise him. And that's terrible. He's telling you to be a fan, man. And y'all still don't want to listen like a delusional lady that doesn't believe their man is cheating and has 3 outside children on her. All the children, like Mary J. Blige say, look just like you, baby. You got your eyes, and you still don't believe it. You remember that song, man? Hey, listen, I used to have a workout class, right, in the penitentiary, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a fucking ab class. And I used to make them niggas do planks for 10 minutes straight. And we be on our hands and knees, our toes and our elbows for 10 minutes straight, right? And if you get tired,
Mm-hmm.
if you get tired, you can't get on your knees. You got to get on your hands, or either get on one hand and rest that arm. You know what I'm saying? Never get on your knees, but I be playing that goddamn Mary J. Blige. Them niggas hate me. When they get hard and deep and the shit start burning, I play that Mary J. She said it's your child, and it really fucked me up. How could you deny your own flesh and blood? Gotta face reality that can never be anymore. Hey, I used to play that shit. Them niggas used to hate me, but they be want some hype shit. They be want some hype shit to keep them up. I'm like, no, I'm gonna make it burn. It's too bad. It's too bad. It's too bad. Yeah.
I know they used to hate your ass. I like this nigga.
Oh man, but it taught the beast. See, I was training killers and niggas that was in there for all kind of different charges and shit. But you know, niggas be
Mm-hmm.
used to that crap shit. And you know, when you get a nigga like me, I change they spirit because Africans are Africans. And once you know
Mm-hmm.
that music soothes the savage beast, that's all you gotta understand. Like when you tired, you don't need shit to hype you up. You need shit to get you in the right state of mind. So just
Right.
because you used to listening to some hype, or if you used to eating a certain pre-workout, don't mean something else ain't gonna work for your soul. And some might be better for your spirit to hype you up even more. Like I got them niggas listening to soundtrack to the Rocky movie when he fought and got to get back for Apollo Creed getting killed when he fought the Russian, John Tepper. That song No Easy Way Out. I had them niggas running miles to that song.
Right.
And everybody had to download that song on their MP3 player when they got in my class. We had running classes. And we go out like 6
Mm-hmm.
in the morning and just run for a whole hour straight, right? And we used to play John Tepper soundtrack to the Rocky movie. No easy way out. There's no easy way out. There's no
Right.
shortcut home. Yeah, nigga, and you go back and watch the Rocky movie and see how he was training to that song. Man, Rocky was going crazy working out. You know he was on steroids, but he was actually training in the fucking mountains. He was climbing the mountains just like Shakur and Terrence Crawford. But he was in Russia,
Mm-hmm.
right? He was in the fucking he was in that bitch with the goddamn. He had people sitting on his shoulders and shit, doing squats and shit. I was like, look at this junkie. I was like, man, but he was going so hard with that music playing, and it got me like, damn, I want to work out to that shit. So I just experiment with my brain because you got to broaden your horizons. Look at boxing, that shit changing now. So what you gonna do? Just be like the old folks that didn't want to change when they said we gonna let these niggas drink out this water fountain, sir? What you mean? I ain't gonna never drink water a day in my life if you let these niggas drink out this water fountain, boy. Well, sir, we done passed the law. Niggas can drink out of it now, so. Well, I'm finna stay in my house and I got my shotgun ready. They better not drink out of mine. Well, sir, you gonna go to jail, sir. Well, take me to jail now. Fuck them. You know, people didn't want to give it up, but you know, you had to give it up.
Mm-hmm. Had to
Or
give it
them
up.
niggas or go on and die out or retire.
Mm-hmm.
Just retire, Tank.
Yeah, don't have to, big dog.
That nigga will never
Mm-hmm.
fight Shakur, bro.
You said what?
He'll never fight Shakur.
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, when it takes too long for shit, and I understand people will be like, well, you know, it took before it took a while for that Pacquiao fight to happen, but it happened. I said no. I'm like, bro, Tank don't have that kind of mentality like a Floyd or a Pacquiao, so that's not the same.
Bruh,
So I
think,
mean, no.
think boxing right quick, right? Jake Paul,
Hmm.
you can look him up on BoxRec. He got a BoxRec. Jake Paul, Tank Davis last year in 2024 said Jake Paul taking boxing serious, so he liked what he doing. When everybody else was like Jake Paul is fucking up boxing, so we already seen this coming. What if Jake Paul is taking boxing serious? He got Shakur in his camp, and what if that shit works? What if Jake Paul go in there and go viral on Tank and actually hurt Tank on Netflix? Would that be
Hmm.
better for hold up? Would that be better for boxing? If you a boxing fan and you so-called love the sport of boxing, you want what's best for boxing. Is that best for boxing, or is Tank Davis knocking out Jake Paul best for boxing? Will it have the same effect?
You asking for the fans, or you? Yeah.
From your perspective, like what
From
do you
my
think
perspective,
is best for boxing?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be a dark horse. I think it will be best for boxing.
For
I think
what?
it will be
For what?
because what is gonna happen? Because one, I think the exposure is gonna be greatly boosted
Right.
again, and to me, because especially for the people that took him as a joke, because I'm like, them ratings are not gonna lie when that fight happens. And if that shit goes viral and shit, people are definitely going to be interested. People mainly going to really be seeing him, especially the white folks that be having that great white hope. They're going to be looking, tuning in on that cat, man.
Now,
That
guess
man is
what?
going to be sitting all time. Go ahead.
Now, guess what? Now, that's what I agree with too, right? But what's best for the black race?
You said what's good for the back race?
Yeah.
Mm, shit, right now I would say reparation.
I'm talking about in
Shit.
the fucking fight, man.
Oh, you talking about the fight? I think shit opportunities. That's how I look at it.
I think what's best for the black race is Tank Davis knocking out Jake Paul.
Mm.
I think that's what's best because even though it's not best for boxing, that's what's going to be best for us because you just seen Canelo and his people saying do it for La Raza and do it for the Mexican people and they got hurt. Well, niggas don't have
Hmm.
that same type of feel for our own kind. It's just another
Hmm.
nigga getting a bag and we mad, instead of being like, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. They don't have songs like that no more. So, you got to have individuals like me saying, I'm hoping Tank Davis understands that Jake Paul is the great white hope. And if he accomplishes what he is trying to accomplish, you're going to be another notch, another nigga on this belt. And on to the next nigga. And the superiority as far as white supremacy will be supreme at this time because all the kids will be seeing their idol and they'll want to be like Jake Paul instead of Tank then.
Hmm.
And Tank will go down with his bag and maybe on to another little cheap ass Pacquiao fight or something that, maybe and get another bag and maybe just retire, never fighting a killer, going down saying fuck his legacy and saying, just niggas mad, but look how rich I am, type shit.
And it's crazy because Blunt he did a video on that, and it was like when Tank was like, sometimes people put expectations on motherfuckers that they didn't step upon. Like he
Mm-hmm.
said how he came into the boxing game and he was like he was trying to be a legend out of his hood in Baltimore.
All right,
Which
that's all
yes,
you care
salute
about.
to that. You did accomplish that feat, but you
That's it.
also Yeah, that's all. That's about it. When you came in talking the shit about the fighters who you would do bad or whatever, that's when you kind of got out of the realm of you now talking about being a legend outside your home for you being that killer. See, we
No.
can't look at you as boxing fan in the same light no more. You kind of got out of your
And you know what?
lane when
And
you
you know
spoke
what?
like that.
And you know why I
Mm-hmm.
go so rough on Tank? Because he tricked me.
You said he
And
tricked you.
everybody go by. I only delete no videos. I used to be a real
Mm-hmm.
Tank. I used to be a real Tank fan too. And I
Mm-hmm.
ain't delete. I tried to call Nintendo and try to get a video game made out of that nigga back in the days, nigga. Cause
Mm-hmm.
I thought that Floyd was just building them up and was gonna
Mm-hmm.
eventually put him in there with some killers. But nope, he just kept squeezing the towel dry. And I synced the play, right? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh man, come on, Floyd. Y'all got these motherfuckers fighting these Mexicans, man. I'm thinking like a real street.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't thinking like no political correct YouTube page. I'm thinking like how every nigga in their right mind at any barbershop I ever been to saying, oh man, he ain't fighting number Mexicans. So I'm like, oh, Floyd, that's all you did when you changed your name to money, man. You picked your fight and picked the right time to fight him too, nigga. So now you doing it with Tank, nigga. Oh man, come on, Floyd, let the nigga fight a winky right. Let the nigga fight a goddamn Jermaine. Come on, man. Nope. And I peeped that, and I was like, "Come on, Tank, now it's on you. You the boss.
Mm-hmm.
You just like on Gilly said, man. You ain't never went in there and told him to give you one of them niggas, man." He was like, "Nope."
Mm-hmm.
That killed it for me right there. I said, "Oh no." I was for sure, he wasn't never gonna fight Shakur. I already had in my mind by 2 years. I already had in my mind about 2 years when Coach Calvin talking about some, he ain't gonna let us do what we did.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. And then everybody
Yeah.
Shakur, and then Coach Calvin talking about everybody Shakur spot he beat. And
Beat.
start and he
Mm-hmm.
started laughing. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
But
When niggas,
that was more like a nervous laugh. Like that nigga knew, bro. Them niggas know what's up, bro.
he was
Them niggas
laughing
knew what's
because
up.
he was laughing because he knew he was the only one that could say that to the Smoothie King.
Yeah.
Anybody else say that to the Smoothie King, what he gonna say to him? He might block you. He told Just Do, boxing is hate over love. Remember?
Mm-hmm. I remember. I definitely remember.
So if you say that, that's a hell of a statement, boy. When you talking about a boxer, damn, did I mute you? Oh shit, you did that. My bad. But yeah, man, that's a hell of a statement to say about a boxer, bro. So these Tank fans, man, y'all vicious, bro. Y'all the worst. Y'all worse than Devin Haney fans, homie. Because at least Devin Haney fans admit that he went in with a wrong game plan. Hmm? They quiet on certain subjects, as they should. Suing for the lady's purse. I mean, stuff like that. That's personal, but you shouldn't have put your shit out there in the public. Same with Tank. Why y'all talking about people' personal lives? Because you let everybody know you're from the ghetto. And people relate to that there. You got niggas over there like Bill Haney talking about he steal for the streets. And that's what niggas want to hear. They want to hear that street shit. You got old 50-year-old niggas talking about they steal for the streets. He must have muted his mic. But yeah, nigga, you can't be for the streets when you trying to move out the streets.
Okay, my bad. I had to place an order. My
Oh,
bad.
you good? Well, you at the fish spot?
You say I'm at the fish spot? Nah, I'm up here. I'm just trying to get my Chick-fil-A, get my fucking salad and shit.
That sick filet?
Yeah, get
Man.
the Cobb salad.
Yeah, man. You gotta get get your girl cook.
You said a girl cook?
Your girl don't cook.
Shit, my girl don't even live with me. She live in Alabama.
Oh hell no. That's a no. You gotta get you a side piece and know how to cook, bro. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
always late night whenever you want something to eat, you can always depend on it with them food stamps.
Yo, yeah, definitely. I just started driving local now. I'm not over the road no more. So,
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it.
Be careful of that fast food, boy. You need to go to delis and get them motherfucking all you can eat buffets.
hmm I like going to what's the face Publix and go like
Yeah,
the Boar's Head and shit. But
yeah.
I'm on clock, so I'm like I do that. I usually eat my healthy meals when I get off anyway. So
For sure. For sure.
yeah,
But hey man,
I gotta link up with you, man, so I can get my body right too.
right,
So
right. We
but
gonna
I
have to
still got
work
your
out.
number saved, so I definitely need that.
Mm-hmm. But yo, this fight with Lubin, I want him to upset Ortiz. What you think about that? I'm wrong.
Nah, you're not wrong on that. Like I
Because
said,
you'll have the Mexicans coming here saying I'm wrong because I want Lubin to win. But it's not just because he a nigga though. It's part of it. Like I ain't gonna be stupid and be like, no, I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna root for. Yeah, I want Lubin to win because he a nigga, but I think he can actually beat Ortiz, nigga.
mm-hmm.
I think he can really hurt that boy.
Like I keep telling people, Lubin. There's a reason why Lubin has been put in like big fights and type shit. That motherfucker can knock your head off, bro.
Yeah,
Like that shit went from when you fought with what you just put that video against him and Fundora. That was close as a fucking 45-55 fight you can get.
right.
Like, cause I had the same when that fight got announced, and throughout the time of their training camp, I had an issue. I was like, bruh, how's Lubin gonna do with this man's reach, man? But I'm like, sometimes Fundora does like using his reach. Sometimes he like to fucking fight close. So
Right.
I'm like, how that shit will work. And Lubin, I tell people, watch that fight. Lubin was gaining, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Lubin was on bruh's ass, bruh. But
he engaged with the spider. He engaged with the long-legged daddy spider. You know, trying to trade inside with him instead of snipe him. You got to snipe that man. Change lanes on Fundora. You got to aim at. You got to aim at his neck and not his chin, not his face.
The same thing. What's it that face did? They knocked him out. Mendoza.
Right. You got to aim from the neck down on Fundora. That's his head. When you get that in your mind that his nose is his and his mouth is his fucking Adam's apple. That's what you fight. Don't fight a big motherfucker like that. Fight him from that neck down.
Yeah, got to. Because if you try to go for the face, shit that fucking Tazoo dumbass was trying to do, you're going to have the same situation where you're going to get hit with flush ass shots with them damn long ass arms he got.
Right.
So
see, Fundora like to mix it up. That's his weakness. He don't like to. He like to mix it up, and he got that long reach, so he like to mix it up and trade. But he don't know if you keep that reach and that jab and master that jab and make them boys tired. About 6 rounds, man, stay on the outside, man. Then when you hurt them with a long range shot or a hook or an uppercut, when you step in from the counter, then you go trade with them and you got them on the ropes and you lean on them with them long arms and grab them and you rip them and then you trade them on the inside when you got them tired.
That's why I said, I know this is we crazy, but when people was like, "Oh, I'm so afraid for Errol to take that fight," when they was first announcing that shit, I said, "Bruh, I'm not scared for Errol. Errol can take him because Errol, that would have been the first thing he would have done, went straight to his fucking body. That's what Errol does. Right. Errol would have killed him in the inside." I told people that. I said that was probably a fucking advantage for Errol. I was scared for Fundora ass, nigga. Shit.
I think Earl would have had a good fight with Fundora. I think Earl would have struggled though, trying to find his way on the inside though, because he's straightforward. And I think Fundora early on would have been jabbing and stepping back because he do know how to use his jab. He just, like I say, the shit that they accused Terrence Crawford of is not really. You can use that tempo with with Fundura, because they say Terrence Crawford can't help himself and he gonna mix it up with Canelo. That's only after he got that man and figured his distance out. But this motherfucker
Yeah,
Fundura can't help himself for real.
yeah. That's something that's on Fundora. See, what you try to teach to Fundora, that motherfucker will continue to really do the opposite. He'll use his jab, but like you said, he can't. He will always will try to mix it up.
Right.
Always, bruh.
That's when you can
So,
catch his ass. But until then, until you figure that long reach out, man, because like I say, Fundora, he knows how to use that jab. Now he'll stick you and cut you. He'll cut you real good with it, and he'll stick you with it. And if he can continue that and keep on the outside, protect that body, you know what I'm saying? Know that a shot usually comes up top after you get caught with that body. You know what I'm saying? Defensive responsibility, and just keep that man off and stick him periodically, you know what I'm saying, clinch with him and lean on him, man, and rip some body shots, man, you know, try to wear him down to about the 6th, 7th round, man. Then go on and trade on the inside. You take some steam off them punches, man. You let them hit them elbows and them shoulders for a while. Couple minutes, couple step by, you know he gonna be reaching. You got the distance, you got the long range, man. You're gonna be reaching and swinging. When you swing and miss, you get more tired than hitting the target.
right.
So that's what I hope happen with Fundura. I hope he get better. I hope he win his next fight. Who he got coming up?
Thurman, October.
You know what I'm saying? I hope he beat Thurman. And I love Thurman, man. But Thurman in the way.
Really?
Yeah.
You want him to win against Thurman? Okay.
Yeah, I think Thurman is a PBC guy. They done dusted out the shelf like Pacquiao and Mario Barrios and Rolly Romero. You know, they recycle these guys, man. They characters, like I told you.
Wolf 147 can easily get taken over too. It can be either Devin Haney can do it or B&J can do it.
I think Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. gonna be a boring fight. I think it's gonna be Devin on the outside, sticking that jab and trying to counter that right hand of Brian Norman Jr. all night. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing more, nothing less. Boxing. Same shit with his first fight when he was, you know what I'm saying, with boxing. Y'all, they was like, oh man, it's bullshit. And he gonna have to do that. But you know, he was winning them combinations when he was doing that fight though. When you go back and watch that fight with Devin Haney, when he came back, and I was like, man, let's see. I know he gonna need a tune up. And you know, he did what I thought he was gonna do. He stayed away.
You talking about against Ramirez?
Yeah, he stayed away from him, and he was tagging his ass in between shots. You know, but people don't watch that part of the fight. But he was hitting that motherfucker, and he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't cut the ring off on Devin. So let's see if Ryan Norman Jr. can cut this ring. I've been seeing his videos of his footwork, and you know they say he's a great boxer. So I remember the Santillan fight, and I remember the fights before the Santillan fight, and I remember, throughout history, boxers, pick certain boxers last minute and just be going off who they fought before. And I think Santillan, great little come forward champion, Mexican, tough little come forward, high guard type of fighter, picked Brian Norman Jr. thinking shit was sweet and got in there and was mixing it up with Brian, and was working off the rope. You seen Brian Norman working off the rope. Santillan was pressing him all fight until he fucked his nose up, right? And then when that blood started pouring, that's when Brian Norman turned up on his ass and got him out of there, right? My thing is, if Tank Davis can fight Lamont Roach and don't get a knockout, and people use the excuse, oh, he didn't take the fight serious, he ain't take him. Why couldn't Santillan have not been in that same state of mind with Brian Norman Jr.?
Right. That's a good thing.
Because it was a tough fight. And I said all the way up until he fucked his nose up, it was a great fight, bro. If you go back and watch it, they were trading up, and it wasn't just no one-sided fight, nigga, because that's when I noticed, and that's why I sent that super chat to Brian Norman Sr., because I noticed when I started watching him in that Santillan fight that every time he throw that right hand, he never takes his head off that center line. even in the last fight, even in all his fights, bro. And his father acknowledged that fact, and he said he noticed that, and he's gonna try to work on that. So it's not like I was hating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I noticed that in the Santillion fight, and Santillion was catching him when he threw that motherfucking right hand, man.
Mm-hmm.
All the way, like I said, till he got that blood, that's when that shit excited everybody, and he got him out of there. But nigga, no, you can't work off the ropes against no boots, and that was proven.
Yeah, yeah,
That was
correct.
proven that you, even with the big boxing gloves, you got stopped to the body. And the brother that was in there that watched the sparring match said, even without the stoppage to the body, it wasn't even close.
Mm.
So, of course, you're going to talk your shit and try to get $2 million for a fight. But that's what I told y'all Tank Davis make per fight. So, how the fuck Brian Norman Jr. going to get $2 million for a Boots fight when he offers 1.7? That's all I was trying to figure out. So, y'all fucked up the Boots fight. They trying to say Boots fucked it up.
Mm-mm.
We could have had a great black on black fight, and y'all could have shut Rudy Exposure mouth when he said only Latinos and European fighters fight Boots. Now look at them. Everybody want him to fight Virgil. They want him to fight all Fondura. They want him to fight all these Spanish guys and these Europeans, man. But no niggas. We had to get a nigga that so-called nigga, a dark, or someone with the complexion of a nigga to fight Boots. Not no African American. Same with Shakur. Like I can be considered a black racist, but am I proud for my people if I think we the best, like the Mexicans? I think that African Americans, as far as any sports and singing and dancing and the creators of mathematics and science are the best, inventions. So when we see boxing, we see the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see Africans, not African American. I don't see Africans dominating the sport of boxing or football or basketball or singing or rapping or acting or
Nope.
invention. I see African Americans. So when I see that, I want to keep seeing that because I'm proud of that. I love my Native American culture, but man, I don't see no great Native Americans that are top of the line inventors, actors, singers, dancers, uh, hustlers, basketball players, inventors, boxers. I see niggas, and I want to see a black murderers row. I want to see niggas fighting niggas, man.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all say he ducking Virgil Ortiz. Okay, cool. We really wanted Terrence Crawford, but
Yeah, that's the
nobody,
preferred fight.
nobody called Bozy Ennis a liar when he said that BLK Prime called them and tried to get them to talk shit about Terrence Crawford to hype up a fight and get him to switch over for BLK from Showtime. And he said he ain't doing that. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
that to him, Bozy said, it sounds like y'all don't want to fight. Why he got to talk shit? Nobody else talks shit about you, Terrence. You were so respectful to Canelo. Maybe
Like a
that's
motherfucker.
a stipulation. If you fight Canelo, you got to sign a
Mm.
contract saying you can't get too disrespectful.
Hell, it wasn't too disrespectful between him and Errol when that fight happened. Shit, that was
Right.
straight up respect. So I'm like, when I heard about that, when OG Ennis said that shit, I was like, BLK.
He's
I
a
was like,
liar.
y'all was out, like he was lying. I'm like, y'all was out of pocket for that.
He's a liar.
Like,
And nobody's made, not Blue Blood, especially Blue Blood. You never made a video calling Bozy a liar. Even
nah.
though, even though Blue Blood on multiple occasions say Boots ducked Terrence Crawford. And I would love Bozy to hit his link or hit his chat or hit my link or hit my chat, and explain that situation again, Bozy. And I reach out by hitting, when I hit the at buttons when I post my videos. That's all I can do, posting in their chat. But if they see it, they see it, man. If they want to respond, they can respond, man. But we know the truth. We heard the man say it out his own mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you wanted me to go and step off from Showtime and be slick and get me by myself. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Why he used the word slick? When you try to be slick, what you doing?
Try to be sneaky.
Right. So why would the man of the cloth, or not even a man of the cloth of respect, that don't you can't label Boots a bad guy. He can never be a bad guy. You know, like Hulk Hogan back in the day used to be for the children. Then when he got older, he painted his beard black and became a bad guy. That shit was fake, and you knew it. Everybody know Hulk Hogan was a good guy. And now you can't. You know, these boxers like Boots, man, can always be a good guy. So he ain't finna go talking shit to make a fight. That's not his MO. That's not what he do. You know?
Mm. I just hate, especially with the end, especially how respected he is, how they try to do him. Cause I'm like, if it's nobody career that I respect and shit, I definitely respect the trajectory of um Boots and his dad, or the way how they steering him. Because I'm like, and I hate how they try to say you have to be a certain personality to try to get some shit. I was like, that was never in their DNA to do. Like, and when actually, I've always said, if people got to revert to that shit, 9 out of 10, the person who they trying to fight for shit, they know in their heart of hearts, that motherfucker can take his cookies and shit. And my thing is with Boots, I've always said, bro, don't change your personality. Nobody, bro. Like you is that dude. I'm like, and I definitely don't want them to do that shit while he's at 154 to want to try to play a character to try to unify these damn belts, because everybody else, either through politics or by other shit, ain't going to fit to do it. So I said it's going to have to be some. That's why I said it's going to have to be a motherfucker like Boots that's going to have to take that journey. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think he should, because you start to rack up the names. These motherfuckers that sitting over talking about, oh, he ain't got no resume. What
Right.
he done to the sport, bruh. He finna kill all that shit.
Right.
He finna kill all of that, including your boy Ortiz. Because I'm telling you like that, they meet up in the ring. Ortiz finna get played with.
Bro, I hope Ortiz have a good fight, but I don't think he was um did a unanimous decision against Madrimal.
That was split. That was a split decision. I think the judge gave him way too many rounds.
Right.
hmm but I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like I've always said, bro. It's always something with movers that people have an issue with, and like we said in the beginning of the conversation, people like Lara, people like Skull. Even though Skull could have thrown more, but with his movement, people like Madrimal, and that goes back to where I was. Matter of fact, you've been on the panels and shit. We've been on panels when people kept saying, when Crawford was struggling against Madrimal, and me, and Blunt was telling motherfuckers, Canelo does not have Madrimal's style. That dancing style gives any boxer problems.
Right.
Any boxer problems.
Right.
It don't matter. Hell, Canelo will fight Madrimal. Be real with you, he gonna have issues.
Hey, do you think Shakur would have a problem with that style?
I think I think he will a little bit, but that defense kind of, because he's very defensive prone, it wouldn't too much
I don't think
affect
so.
him.
You know why I would think he would not have, and people would think he would have a problem with it, is because back in the days when you hear announcers call a fight, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Before I was really watching fights, my uncles used to make me watch fights, and you'll see a fight in the first 3 rounds, and it'll be boring, right? So-called boring, but those the announcers make sure they keep the fight fans tuned in by letting the fans know that, you know, it's just a fill out round. You know, they have fill out rounds. And so nowadays, people attention spans are so short, they don't want to wait for the boxers to fill each other out and play chess. So what I think Shakur would do with an unorthodox fighter is use his ruler and his jab, and, you know, only use his jab and fill him out and get the distance right, and stick and move and stick and move. You know, stick and move. And once he gets that distance by the 3rd or 4th round, he'll add shit to it. And by the 8th or 9th, he'll be done dissected him to the point where he can do what he wants to do, because the boxer will probably more than likely be tired and fatigued from swinging at the air. And once you swing at
Correct.
targets that are not there, you get more fatigue than hitting an actual target. Shakur Stevenson does not have to stand there and get hit. He chose to against Cepeda just to prove to
Mm-hmm.
suckers that he cannot be a runner or a track star. But Shakur's
Mm-hmm.
stamina and endurance is at an all-time high, especially after he just ran these mountains, and nobody's going to be able to touch him. Anybody that throws 100 punches per round and he stands there and still
Stands
doesn't
there.
touch,
It still don't even
he
get
would
touched. Yes.
definitely, if I don't care how unorthodox you are, will not be able to touch him if he uses the so-called step back, feint, step back Shakur style.
Mm-hmm. And
So
I was like, and it's crazy because it took that man. I said, and even if you look at it percentage wise, I said, bruh, it took that man 1,000 punches for him to land 26% of
and
his
listen,
punches.
the
Like
punches that he
1,000?
the
That's the
punches that
most.
but listen,
Go ahead.
the punches that he did land, what was the most significant punch that he did land?
That that freaking jab that took him off balance, which
A
the
jab,
fucking a jab,
not a
not a
power,
hook to the bower, not a hook to the face.
not an uppercut, not an
Mm-mm.
overhand, a jab,
A jab which Shakur slipped on. Wasn't
which
even a hurtful jab.
every boxer in the world gets caught with a jab.
Hmm.
Even if you're Muhammad Ali, God bless the dead, you're gonna get caught with a jab. You know, Tank gets caught with a lot of jabs.
Hmm.
They call it downloading data. Will he be able to download data against Jake Paul? I'm just asking because they say it's a circus fight, and I know Jake Paul has a
You know,
long
he
reach.
taking that. No, that nigga taking that shit serious, bro.
Jake Paul, hold up, we talking boxing now. Jake Paul got a long reach now, right? And
Oh, of course.
Tank Davis said that in 2024, when they asked him about Jake Paul, you know, everybody was bashing Jake Paul like he bad for boxing. Tank Davis was on record saying that he's doing good. He taking it serious, so he like what he doing. That was the indication to me that, you know, in the future he might want to fuck with Jake Paul. He a white boy and he got that money. Then come to find out, Jake Paul got a Netflix bag. Hey, Jake Paul got the Netflix before Turkey, so it was already talks going on, probably behind closed doors, if you ask me. And then here we go,
Hmm.
Mark Roach. We had to get a scapegoat after the Olympics. You know, he went to the Olympics. And they called him Olympic Tank, so he got him a little Lamont Roach fight because Lomachenko was supposed to be the big one. And then here we go, backfire. And you know, you still got to go along with your plans, right?
Hmm.
You fucked up the church's money. You was finna make everybody mad. Well, you still made people mad, and you made them super mad because they didn't want to believe it. And here you go. We was making fun of him. My nigga, he finna fight Jake Paul. No, he ain't. No, he ain't. Yes, he is. And here
You
you
see.
go. Oh, they crossed their nuts so much on us. Remember, man, like we was some haters. We was all this shit, man. But here you go. Now, if he fight Jake Paul, and this man actually take the fight serious, and you know Shakur in the nigga camp, what kind of fights you see him beating? A boxer like Shakur with power
Hmm.
that got heavyweight power. If you even emulate and get your game plan off like Rolly is the best example of Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. Because what Rolly was doing in that Tank fight before he got knocked out was terrific.
Terrific. Yeah. People forget that that man was actually
That
was winning the fight, contrary to
that
popular belief.
that was Rolly's best fight.
Hmm.
That fight right there was Rolly's best fight, even better than Ryan, because Ryan was hurt. He had a surgery on his hand, and you know he just wasn't right.
Yeah. So he
Yeah,
was just he was just doing jabs all night long, so he
right.
couldn't even implement anything.
And Rolly
So
had that fucking tape on his hand to prevent the left hook. But anyway, nigga, Rolly was beating the shit out of Tank, homie. Fuck what they talking about. Rolly was catching him, fainting him with the left and catching him with the right, all kinds of shit. Tank tackled that nigga for a loss when he caught his ass one time. And if Rolly had any kind of footwork or rhythm, he would have fell on his face like Leo Santa Cruz caught him in the neck with that four punch combo. You know, he would have fell if he had some rhythm and some rubber in him, but he don't. You know what I'm saying? You might be black, but you got a little crack in you. You know, Rolly is an MMA fighter, for real, jiu-jitsu. So, you know, he cracked Tank all throughout that fight. And that left hook that Tank was trying to catch Rolly with, he was swinging that same shit all night, one at a time, trying to catch Rolly with it. He finally caught him with it. You're not gonna be able to do that. You're not gonna be able to do that to J. Paul, because if he keep that rhythm, that reach and that stick out there with that jab, and just you know what I'm saying, catch you coming in, reaching and counter you, and get Shakur to coach him and teach him how to counter Tank Davis coming in. And you know Shakur, a hateful, spiteful motherfucker. He gonna go in there and teach that man how to beat Tank Davis if he was in the ring. He gonna show Jake Paul, hey, listen, he gonna get in that sparring match with Jake Paul and be like, listen, I don't know if you're gonna be able to accomplish this, but this what I would do. In his mind, he might not say that, but in his mind, he was like, this what I would do if I was in there with Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come with that left hook. You know what I'm saying? You can either take that shit with the block and then count his ass with the same hand like Terrence, or you can step back, and come over the top with that motherfucking, yeah, man. I'm talking about he might give him some game, man, and really just fuck Tank up as far as like it's a circus fight. Okay, you gonna have a nigga throwing in the towel. A big white boy like that beating up on Tank. They gonna have to stop that shit, nigga. You gonna have to have a stipulation in your contract where you can't really hurt Tank. Cause that's a heavyweight, nigga. That's why I keep telling y'all heavyweights can't get on the pound for pound list. Because one punch is all it takes. They made fun of Deontay Wilder, but they don't understand what he go through every time he lace up the glove. He is at a risk even with a Rudy Poot in front of him. You know, them niggas, look at Tyson Fury, blew up to like 300 pounds to fight that man. I don't care. Jake Paul is heavyweight, nigga. That's taking boxing serious, right?
Like a motherfucker.
So why wouldn't a white boy like that on Netflix want to go viral? They say he got scripted fights this, he got scripted fights that. You think Jake Paul don't be listening to these videos? Jake Paul is an influencer. He's a sensation on internet. He listens to the internet, bro. He watches Twitter. He goes to Twitter. He's on Twitter. He's everywhere. He's supposed to be if you about your business. TikTok, wherever you can get a fucking video at, he's there. He's watching like turkey. Shakur watching.
It's like these boxes, yeah, definitely Shakur.
They call him Twitterson. You know they watching. Knockout watching. He said he be watching. He said, I just don't get in the chat because people gonna want to be talking to me. No, nigga.
Nah, nigga. That sound like you try to. That's like you trying to ghost watch, my boy.
He is, nigga. That's what he be doing, man. And then come responding. Now he over there. I done changed the algorithm. You know that, right?
Oh, you see, you done changed the algorithm?
Yeah, I done got niggas over there talking, calling names now. He done said on his lap, I done changed now. I'm finna go on and start calling out names. You used to motherfucking wouldn't mention a nigga. Now he'll still never mention my name though.
Oh shit.
Because he don't want to give me that shine. Just like he's so happy that Shakur talking about him. That's why I post that shit right there. You a bitch like the rest. He said, fuck all y'all. Y'all over there dick riding a nigga that don't want to be dick rolled.
I think Blunt put something up too about that some nigga named A-Side put something up and shit, and then Frank pretty much
Hey, listen, any nigga, a real nigga that wear a purse, and you still got fight fans, black folks still caping and capping for you,
You know them niggas some hoes. You can do anything. Hey, listen, nigga. Hey, listen. You can do like Dennis Rodman, nigga, and put on a lipstick and announce you finna get married, and then they be like, "Who Tank finna get married to?" And you'll ride a horse and the carriage throughout motherfucking Baltimore.
Bro, I'm dead.
And do just like Dennis Rodman. They'll steal cake from Cadillac. Man, Tank crazy. Tank crazy.
And
Instead
y'all
of
know that
calling
nigga ain't serious.
instead of doing like all the niggas from Chicago when Dennis Rodman did that shit, man, that motherfucker gay as shit. Look at this bullshit. You disgracing the Chicago Bulls with this bullshit. And, you know, man. And then you know what I'm saying? But the motherfucker could play basketball.
Nigga get them rebounds for you if you need them.
Niggas, that nigga Rodman used to be up on them niggas, and them niggas be like, "Hey man, get off my ass, man." They used to make niggas miss rebounds and free throws. Boy, he blow kisses at niggas and shit. That nigga got niggas to the championship with that weak shit, nigga.
Boy,
I'm telling you. But nigga Tank doing that shit, knowing you niggas ain't gonna talk, you gonna defend him everything he do. So he just going overboard. He can get away with anything now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this shit. Next time I come out, nigga, I'm gonna put the perm on him. Mm-hmm. You niggas then make a video about it. Soon as he get locked up, you make videos about him though. But when Tank got picked up and squeezed and hugged on by Diddy, y'all ain't make a video about him. Y'all make they make videos about motherfucker Devin Haney getting in the hot tub.
Devin Haney, yeah, I was just about to say that shit. With Devin Haney, that shit, they definitely put that shit out there.
Hey, nigga, Tank Davis was making a toast to Diddy in one of my videos.
Oh man.
The nigga was making a toast. It was a circle of niggas. It was all niggas, no bitches at the end of the party. You know, the late night parties, that's when they get lit with Diddy. And it was night outside, and it was number niggas, like 7 niggas. I had one rapper nigga in the crowd, and everybody had shot glasses. And I made it a thumbnail too. And them niggas toasted the Diddy, bro. And they all clinked their glasses.
I'm dead.
And they took a shot. And,
I'm dead.
Lights, camera, action. I guess the cameras went off after that. I ain't getting no more footage after that, dog. I ain't getting no more footage.
Shit.
You know, Tank Davis Lamont Rose say he went to pool parties with Tank Davis. He said that.
Really? Okay.
Remember on Najee? He's like, yeah, me and
because I didn't watch the full interview with Najee. I think I got like 20 minutes in and shit, so I didn't get to read. So he went to the pool party.
Yeah.
So he went to pool parties with this nigga.
and Tank Davis know all his addresses and his low locations. He know his auntie house. He know his location, his spot up there in the suburbs. How you know all these locations, nigga? You ain't got nobody peeping on him. You already knew his location. Y'all be chilling and hanging together on the regular. Y'all friends. You went to pool parties together. You can't fool us, nigga. That's your friend, nigga. That's your friend.
Mm-hmm.
If you get what I mean. I pull up at your son's school. How you know where his son go to school at? Y'all real close, you know. Call them up like, hey man, I got a fight for you. Oh, word up. Yeah, man, you just meet me at this little spot we always meet at. Come out my auntie house? Yeah. All right. Don't get no address. We don't have to send no location. Don't need GPS. Tank just arrived there with all them bodyguards. They get out the car, jump in Lamont Rose car. They speed off. You got the car following them. God damn, man, them niggas can drive. I'm driving 130 miles an hour. Slow down, man. They're my security. All right, so what we gonna do? We gonna fight. Get your hand off me. Oh man, come on, man. We gonna fight, right? And we just gonna be like Spawn. I ain't gonna try to hurt you. Oh man, Tank, man, you know I'll whoop your ass for real. You know how we do in the amateur. You know we do. Whatever, nigga. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? It's all love, nigga. We gonna hype the fight up and all that shit, nigga. Huh? I bet. Appreciate that bit, bro. I bet. Get out the car.
Get back in the security car, and here it goes, Mark Rose and Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? He put it off, put it off, put it off. You know what I'm saying? Get in the fight. You know, Mark Rose got them extra chain accounts. He juiced up. He getting there trying to, you know, play it off with Tank Davis, man. He do a little too much, man. Tank Davis can't figure that shit out. Like, damn, I just said I was gonna buy. I ain't trying to knock you out now. What's up? It's okay. Damn, nigga, you really trying to knock me out? Oh, nigga, what the fuck? You trying to bite me? Oh, nigga, you trying to elbow me? Oh, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? You was trying to knock me out. You know, made a bet and changed your number on me. Oh, okay. Like a bitch. Like a lady. Like a sworn lover.
Yeah, I'm supposed to win. You gonna switch it up on me, motherfucker?
Oh, you trying to knock me out? Oh, you thought you was gonna knock me out then fight Jake Paul? Oh, hell no. I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna talk my shit. You better not get too stupid. Tank ain't really get too stupid on Lamont Rose when he was talking this shit, did he?
Nah, he sure hell did.
When he started talking about them addresses, he like, nigga, I let niggas know too now. Oh, you stay in Madonna? Remember that little spot that's secluded? Your wife don't know about that spot, nigga.
Boy.
Man, let me stop for them niggas. Like, man, what you trying to say, man? What the fuck you mean what I'm trying to say, nigga? You know where all these spots at. We ain't know you stayed in the suburbs, nigga. All the robbers love Tank Davis now.
He said all the shit. Not the Jack boys.
That nigga stay where, Tank? Yep, stay at McDonald. I ain't gonna say well. Now you got robbers that stay close to that little suburban area to go out and just post up. You know that nigga like to go to the club.
Yeah.
That nigga like to go to the club. We gonna follow that nigga. Gonna get that man robbed, man, because you gonna get a nigga a location pin. You dropping locations and shit. You talking like a street nigga. Street niggas listen to you. If you beef with Tank Davis, niggas will hurt you about him. Oh, that nigga low. He dropped it low for me for real, for real. I'm finna get him for Tank. That old nigga Vic, he'll jump in front of a speeding car for Tank. Vic will let you hit him with a garbage can just to stop Tank from getting hit from a garbage can for Tank. Full of shitty diapers.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that motherfucker gonna do reality TV after he fucking retire.
This my thing. This my thing, because they say it's a scripted fight. We all know that Mike Tyson was a scripted fight, and Mike Tyson been in movies before, right? He's an actor, right? He's a bad actor, though. You can tell he was acting bad in the fight because he was biting his glove. But is Tank Davis a good actor? Is he going to be able to act good? What is he going to do if it's a script? Like, can you make it believable? And y'all going to choreograph fight moves? Or is it a real fight?
Well, he going to be choreographing them little dance move after that gay-ass dance move he did on TikTok or whatever.
So I think it's a real fight. I think Jake Paul going to try to hurt the boy. And I think Tank Davis gonna try to make a name out of Jake Paul and try to get a viral moment. Either way it goes, somebody got to hurt somebody. Y'all swinging with these 12-ounce gloves, that's gonna hurt. A heavyweight hitting a small nigga like that. You seen how little Tank looked at that man?
Oh yeah, I seen that way in. I'm like, bro, this shit is so.
So if it's fake. If it's fake, it's gonna look fake for sure, right? Because that's too big of a size differential, bro. So if it's fake, it's definitely gonna look fake. And I think that if you in the streets and you fighting a big motherfucker and you ain't got no choice, you ain't got no gun, nigga, that's a real fight. Ain't no weight classes for a reason in the streets. You gotta defend yourself at all costs. You gotta do what you gotta do. How can Tank beat a big motherfucker like that? How can you beat a big motherfucker like that if somebody approached you in the street? That's how you fight Jake Paul. You gotta box. They say Tank can box. You got to be quick on your toes. You got to get out of there and use angles. You got to motherfucking stick and move. You can't let that big motherfucker catch you with that bolo. You know,
Mm-mm.
you got to have some stamina to keep moving because you're going to hit them, but it ain't going to be enough like a heavyweight hitting. And you're going to keep coming. And you're going to keep on. You got to slow that big locomotive train down before you motherfucking get in front of it, ain't you? And motherfucking train robbers couldn't get on that train when that locomotive was going fast. They had to get a motherfucker in the front of it to slow the train down with a gun. And as soon as the train
Mm.
slowed down, that's when them niggas rolled their horse up and got on them motherfuckers and robbed it.
Mm.
Yeah, nigga, that's why them horses had them horsepowers. You got to get a head start. You see them bitches start busting at that motherfucking conductor.
Mm-hmm.
Bah! Slow this bitch down. Okay. Get your ass in front of that truck, super nigga. I want to see Tank do it though. I want to see him piece them together like use that boxing IQ they say he got, and try to hurt Jake
Mm-hmm.
Paul, man, on
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, nigga. That shit gonna be there forever.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and start downloading that data, as they say.
Netflix gonna be forever, nigga. They gonna have that Netflix video on there forever. If that man Jake Paul try to, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank your ass. You know what I'm saying? When I say that, I mean like, you know, what if they behind scenes like, yeah, Tank. You know what I'm saying? This shit gonna be a little, you know what I'm saying, a little exhibition, man. Hey, don't be trying to hurt me, Tank. Yeah, I ain't gonna try to hurt you. I ain't gonna try to hurt you. Yeah, don't be trying to hurt me. You better not be on them steroids either, man. I ain't on no steroids, Tank. Man, you gonna get paid, boy. Ooh, wee. Hell yeah. I'm probably set off in the sunset after this. Fuck these bitches. Oh, they knock out boxing, they see TV, talking me, it's gonna be a trash fight. So, I always had trash fights, nigga. All my whole 135-pound career was a trash fight, nigga. You over there rooting for me, stupid ass, dumb ass nigga. So, Tash, super chat, still got your bankroll, nigga. Fuck that shit. And then get in the fight, Jake Paul go ham like Logan Paul did against Floyd Mayweather.
That motherfucker came out. I remember that shit. So that nigga came out the gate swinging on that nigga floor.
That motherfucker Floyd had the ball up. Floyd had the ball up in the high guard, nigga. The fuck you talking about? Them the Logan brothers. They got the same bloodline, man.
Mm-hmm.
Them white boys, them white American pie white boys. You hear me? How you gonna trust that? It's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank. That's invented by them. Niggas don't follow. Niggas don't like that shit. We just start doing trend shit. We love to follow the trend because we know we can master all trends, bro. That's why niggas are easily become sheep because you know everybody, all niggas want to be number one. You want to be the best dancer. We want to be the best dresser. White folks really don't care about being the best dressers. If you look at the billionaires, look at the billionaires. They dress in a fucking white t-shirt and some fucking Levi's.
Go get their clothes. Go get their clothes from fucking Goodwill or Walmart, nigga.
You'll never know they were billionaires. But niggas, we Africans, man, we got to have the shine. You know, we have diamonds and gold in the land naturally in Africa. So as kings back in the days, that was nothing. Oh, you white guys want some of that? Yeah, go ahead. That's why they took over and got the blood diamonds. Now they got the factories of people just all their lives just digging for diamonds in Africa. But yo, it's natural, my God. But we can't help but to shine. We love it. You know, we invented the drums. You know, we used to talk and communicate from miles away through drums. We used to copy the language and you do the drum patterns and drum and communicate with each other with drum beats. You know what I'm saying? So they don't understand that we can't help ourselves. Niggas gon' shine. We can't help tooting our horn. I remember back in the day when Blue Blood used to say, man, you ain't supposed to toot your horn. Hey, look, if I come in there and tell my girl, baby, who's the best? And you, shit, you better make her say my name, say my name. That's what Beyonce said. And that's backwards. No, bitch, say my name, say my name. How the fuck Beyonce gonna tell me to say her name? No, bitch, say my name, say my name. That's what a nigga should have remade that motherfucking song, bitch. Say my motherfucking name. Now you always supposed to, bitch, who pussy this is? You supposed to make her say that. Make her say it. Submit.
But hey, man, different stroke for different folk. But now you're tooting your horn because you like that because God gave you a talent and an opportunity to talk to the world. So you're supposed to give credit to who's who, the highest. But he don't even believe in God. But I always made fun of Blue and like, he like the Drake of YouTube because he steal everybody's style. Drake used to still rap like Project Pat. Then he started rapping like,
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? The thumbnail started looking like all other kind of niggas and shit. Then you start talking points, start talking like other kind of guy. Then you start saying different type of words. Like now boxing channels are singing and shit like me. Niggas doing the KQKC, but KQKC can't sing like me. But niggas going back doing the remixes. How I put the video and just had that motherfucker replaying and replaying and replaying and replaying with no soundboard. Nigga with the mix like a DJ on this bitch, on that bitch part twice, never nice. And then you know what I'm saying? They really want to say mother lover, but they scared to do that because it's so original. Coming with a style making niggas want to copy, but they can't copy. Their brain is too sloppy. I tag these niggas and at these niggas when I talk about them specifically, and now they doing that shit, man. It's funny because the channels that do that, they used to say those were clout chasing channels.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, booby? Say what's up.
What's up?
We got a future star in the house. I put a cartoon on the back of my video when I put that Lubin video. And she had the little baby fighting the goddamn on Porky Pig. And the girl just wanted some gas money, right?
Oh yeah, I see.
And they ended up getting the fight because they didn't want to give up no. And she ended up getting beat up, and all she wanted was some gas money. I say, damn, booby, why you do that? My baby mean.
Oh gosh.
But anyway, man, that's a great division, man. Crawford should be there.
At 154.
Yeah.
Man, hey, on the interview, he said he may just go down there and do it again. But I'm like, Crawford, I don't know about you jumping back 2 weight classes, going back down. Hell. Hell, I don't even want one of the twin Charlos to do it. I'm like, you went up to 168. At least you could have went down to 160. But instead of the other one that was in 160, he came up. But I'm like, I'm with you. Physiology, I've never been too fond of you going up multiple weight class and then you going multiple back down. Like that shit never works out.
No. We're gonna see, man. 160 it is, 160 it is. We're gonna root for him, but it ain't gonna be the
same. You think that even if he goes down to 160, he probably gonna lose something, a chess piece?
I think he can edge him out though. He got boxing IQ.
That one with Yanabek, I think that's gonna be a banger though. If he fights Yanabek, I think that's gonna be a good banger. Because people were saying that Yanabek should have went up to fight Canelo if this fight would have never commenced. But I'm glad Crawford got it done, man. Because if he wants to vacate them belts, I'm a proponent of if you vacate, let them young niggas at 168 get held of them belts. Because I was getting tired of Canelo ass. You sat right here, you ducked my boy Benavidez. I'm like,
bruh,
that's an ultimate ultimate fuck you.
Yo, how can you get mad at Benavidez wanting to fight Crawford?
Well, I'm not mad. If that fight, it's funny you say that. You do know Turkey, and originally before this whole Crawford and Canelo, he actually wanted Crawford and Benavidez at 160 a couple years ago.
Like, come on,
because he wanted. That was a fight that what's her face Turkey he wanted for the longest before the Canelo and Crawford shit was new. He wanted him and Benavidez.
These Crawford fans sounding like Tank fans now. They trying to protect the nigga from getting beat up. Straight up, like that's what it is, nigga. Crawford fought somebody.
He too big.
Listen. Crawford fought somebody that Benavidez has been trying to fight for the longest time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And he mad about that. And now he took the luster off beating Canelo. Right? And you can't get no bigger bag
fighting Crawford than you would fighting Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
Now y'all want him to fight Crawford, and niggas are mad. Why? That's a fight that like, okay, well, since you beat the guy that I was trying to beat, because if you beat Canelo, that means you the big bad wolf. I was trying to be the first one to do that.
But since you took my spot, shoot, let me get a crack at you then.
Bruh, it's the same ideology I have with Earl Spence. It's the same theory I got with Earl Spence. I thought Earl Spence was going to beat Crawford, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was wrong, before I was wrong, I was like, yo, after Earl Spence beat Crawford, I want him to fight Jerron Boots Ennis, and whoever wins, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping it's the big fish, but I don't know, man. Boots might beat him. I want him to fight Canelo. And I was like, you know what I'm saying? That'll be a big ass fight if Earl Spence and Canelo was fighting. And I was totally backwards. It was the same thing, but the totally backwards outcome. Crawford beat Earl Spence, right? So I'm like, shit, same plan. You know what I'm saying? I want you to fight Boots. And people seeing it like I'm a fucking Earl Spence fan turned Boots fan.
Mm-mm.
I'm a boxing fan that want to see blood. I want to see the best fight the best. Just because you done beat Canelo don't mean you beat the best. You beat a version of Canelo that everybody gonna criticize.
Mm-hmm.
You beat a version of Canelo that they already made the rumor that he was on drugs, computerized. You beat a version of Canelo that already got beat by Bivol and other fighters.
Arguably, because there should have been multiple. There should have been multiple losses on your record. Lara, the first Triple G fight.
Come on, man. So you're not really beating somebody that hasn't been beat before. You got a blueprint of being beat different ways, but it's usually boxing. And Crawford, what better boxer to fight this guy? Benavidez would have beat the shit out of him, I think. I know. But damn, you took my shine. So you can say he shouldn't have picked Canelo, but why wouldn't he if he was hating? If it was me, I would have picked Canelo too. Like, man, fuck that, man. Fuck Crawford, nigga. And I would want to fight Crawford since you beat the guy that was supposed to be the big bad wolf. Now you the big bad wolf. I want to prove that I'm the best. If I want to prove that I'm the best, why wouldn't I fight Terrence Crawford? Because you done beat somebody that I thought was the big bad wolf. I want to fight you now. And that's the spirit of boxing. That's the spirit of boxing.
And especially the motherfucker who orchestrated straight for the fight, or Turkey Al-Rashid, and they done tied our names together years before you even got the Canelo fight. Like I said, when Benavidez, when he did that interview with old boy over Zoom, he said, bro, he told Turkey Al-Rashid at the time when Benavidez was 168, Turkey asked him, could you make 160 to have this Crawford fight? He's like, bro, I can't make 160 anymore. I couldn't make it for like years. So I was like, their names were already tied in before like, dog. I don't blame Benavidez for wanting to get Crawford. The fuck? Your name's already been tied. You done beat the dude who was supposed to fight me, who's been my mandatory for years and did all kind of duck moves. Did all type of NFL moves out here. I'm like, bruh. So yeah, I'm like, and now you right about that. Now Crawford fans turn into Canelo. Oh, he's too big and da 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 da. I'm like, crazy. Straight crazy. I'm like,
You wrong for saying Canelo got a style.
He don't got that footwork. He's stuck. He got the head movement. He got the power, but it's the style made fight. And Crawford knew he can beat that style.
Yeah.
All we was worried about is how he gonna react with the power. Can he
the power? Power.
He fought like
support. And that man came in pretty much. Lester Martinez was in that training camp, and I'm gonna be honest, Martinez hit way harder than Canelo. So I'm like, you had him in your training camp, so pretty much the power you was already expecting. So that Wasn't your problem. And when fight night came, yeah, you did your thing. But I'm like, now with Benavidez, see, I've always said, we've always shared the sentiment, especially when we talked about David Benavidez. A lot of fighters are so unsure with him, bro. Like they are never confident when they speak of him. Like people talk shit about, bro. Oh, he ain't do this. Canelo would drop him, even though Canelo ain't dropped nobody since Plant. But I'm like, y'all scared of Benavidez, bro? Really? I'm like, cause that's not your average Mexican fighter. Like that nigga really got real live footwork and throws punches and acclamations like a motherfucker and got a strong bro. Like I ain't never seen no shit like that. I'm like, nigga.
And I think
I'm like,
Bivol would be a good fight for Crawford.
yeah, it would. That would be his acclimate. That would be Benavidez's acclamation fight. So that would be his legendary fight. Would be Bivol if they can stop the politics at fucking 175, man. Like, because to be honest,
the thing is they don't want to see Crawford fight nobody tough. But was that a tough fight for Crawford in the Canelo fight?
Yeah, that's what you got to ask. Was that, especially now that we done seen it, was that really a challenge fight?
Look at these fights with like Abdullah Mason and Schofield and all these guys. Them guys can fight 3, 4, 5 times a year, man. Because the fights they taking not really tough on their body. They get in these fights, man, and you know they ready for another fight. They can fight tomorrow if they want to. Like that fight with Crawford was, you know what I'm saying, wasn't as tough as his, you know what I'm saying, his last fight. I think the Max fight was way tougher than the Canelo fight. What you think?
Was way tougher. It was way tougher because like we said, me, you, and Blunt, the damn style that he took. That's a tough ass style. That wasn't a style that would have been like, oh, that's an automatic. No, nigga, that's not. I'm like, when it came to Canelo, especially when he took his fight against William Skull, I was like, oh, bro, you finished. I'm like, Crawford finna clean your plate.
He was embarrassing Canelo though.
You say, oh, Crawford?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was saying from the gate. Right. And I looked at it and I was like,
fight, and you in there laughing at this man beating his ass, bro.
I peeped that shit, told my homeboy, I said, this nigga in the fucking ring smiling at this nigga. This nigga know that this nigga wasn't on shit.
Man. And my thing is, these boxers be carrying these fights, man. Like I say, the fill out rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like you be thinking boxers losing and shit, but they be getting their distance right, man. Letting you throw your shot, man. Throw your load, man. Don't get tired, man. And then, you know, they pick it up, turn it up, man. And next thing you know, they might switch their style up on you. And then you fuck up. You're already tired and fatigued, man. You know, these switch hitting ass niggas like Boots and that's another thing. Like Crawford can switch hit, right? But does he really?
I mean, he don't. The thing is, he's a switch hitter, but he doesn't even switch much.
Did he switch in the Canelo?
No, not really.
Like, did he even start out?
The thing is, and I think what people will say, well, yeah, he did switch when he was turned. I said, no, that's more like misdirection. I mean, yeah, when he comes, that's called going in and out. Because I'm like, you know, some people will say he would switch. You talking about what fight he ever switch hit in?
Like, and stick with that orthodox, and for round after round, and just stick with that orthodox, then maybe subtly stick and switch back to that southpaw and stick with that for round after round.
It's been a minute, because I remember probably since when he was like back in his 140 day, probably 140 days.
Bro, I done seen Boots fight a whole fight damn near orthodox.
Yeah. That's why I said I was like, are they really considered true switch hitters? Because I'm like,
Boots is a true switch hitter, homie.
Yeah. Well, I meant to say that Crawford would be considered a real switch hitter. So
Crawford,
I mean,
let's say if Crawford gets hurt and he can't really use that hand, he can switch and go orthodox and survive.
Mm-hmm.
He won't look bad or awkward.
Right.
But Floyd Mayweather fucked his head up and he had to switch southpaw. And he ended up fucking that dude up, but he looked awkward switching to southpaw. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I don't just because you can switch hit don't mean that you know
You are like a natural one.
right. You say Boo's got top 5 jabs in the sport for sure. It's quick, it's swift, it's educated. Like Shakur's jab is educated. It might not be the fastest, but it's a ruler. And
Mm-hmm.
it sticks. You know, he can stick it. And that's why all you got to do is be able to stick and move. But with Crawford, no, man. We got to get you back into some killing fights. We don't want to see you go to one.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want. Hey, the real boxing fans know better. They know you just going for the LeBron stats. You ain't going for the Michael Jordan stats.
That's why I kind of disagree. Go ahead, my bad.
You going for the LeBron stats, like pad all the numbers up and make everybody say you the GOAT type shit, nigga. But 160, man, you know, that's cool for your stats, homie. But we want to see you in there with some killers, nigga. And just because you had this Canelo fight, homie, just because you beat the shit out of Canelo, we want to stop seeing you fight no killers. Because guess what? Nigga, we want to see you fight boots, nigga.
Bruh, didn't I just tell you? I said when Turkey Al-Sheikh went to the, I said when Turkey Al-Sheikh went over to his training camp and Bud was like, "Yo, I appreciate this opportunity," and he was like, "You welcome. Please, you know, give it your best or whatever and shit." And he gave that nigga that tap on the shoulder. That tap on the shoulder was like, "Nigga, you owe me one." So that's why I disagree with Shakur saying that, oh, I think he need to go off and retire. He ain't got shit to prove in the sport. And I'm like, no, brother. There's still some other killers left that Crawford needs to go and hunt. Like, just because they don't, the boat don't, yeah, because the boat, I mean, at this point, you do got 3 good A-grade fighters on your resume. Of course, you got Sean Porter. Of course, you got Errol and you got Canelo. You need to go. You got to revisit that Benavidez. I'm sorry, brother. I'm with you on that. You got to revisit that Benavidez.
I'm telling you, bro.
And Turkey Al-Sheikh is gonna make sure that's why he put that tweet out. He said, "Yo, can Benavidez? Can you still make 168?" That man wasn't trolling when he said that. Turkey Al-Sheikh was dead ass serious when he asked that. And I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to talk Dimitri Bivol to come down that motherfucker. Like
that's what it said.
Like,
the best. Hey, look. You say tune in to KO tonight. He gonna respond to Tank dissing him on Twitter. Hey, that shit made KO day. He just don't know how much that shit made that nigga day. That nigga, did he even say KO name?
You said, oh, talking about somebody in the chat.
Yeah, I'm saying, did Tank even say KO name?
I don't think he did.
So how you know he was talking about him?
You know, niggas be thinking whatever statement they say, if it happened to be a similar statement that yes, whatever the boxer or if Tank's seen it, they'll try to big up themselves. Oh, that man responded to me, type shit. So it ain't no telling.
Tank called you soft. Tank laughed in your face. You screenshotted it and put it on your page and said, "Thoughts? What do you think, clown? What are you asking your audience what they think for? You know why? Because you don't want to upset them Tank fans. Got you again? See, Champ side, I got this shit strong right here. Thank God for it. That's why you ask your audience thoughts. Because you didn't want to jump over that. You didn't want to just say how you feel. You still on your knees. I guess that answers my question. You still on your knees. That's what he said. That's what he said. Right.
How you know he was talking about him though?
Let me screenshot it real quick. Excuse me. Thoughts? What do you think, nigga? What do you think, nigga? That's what we want to know. Look. Tank been giving all y'all issues. This was his response to Tank.
Yo.
You see that up there?
I'm about to get out this live, G.
Question mark. What the hell could you...
All right, damn, fam. You have a good day, though.
Hey, you
can't do it no more.
Yeah, I can't do it no more. I might be back. Peace.
All right, peace.
Set me free, I set you free, I set you free, I set you free, you set me free, I set you free, I set you free, you set me free, I set you free, you set me free, you set me, I set you free, you set me free, I set you free, I set you free. You set me free, I set you. You set me free, I set you free. I set you free. You set me free, you set me free, I set you free. You canceled me, that you set me free, I set you free. You canceled me, that just can't be because I told you I was miserable. I ain't wanna do this no more. Did too much time in that federal penitentiary to come home being faithful to this woman that was foolish of me. Sorry, I ain't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm a mind though. Yeah, I fall weak, big booty bitches make my brain go. That don't mean that I don't love you. I remember I had to take you to the shower. You was bleeding on my leg though. I washed your back, I washed your crack, I washed your pussy hole. I picked you up, I dried your body, got you fully clothed. Bought you a wedding ring, but when I got locked up, you sold it. You had to cheering on the nigga, I ain't even know it. When I got sick, I almost died, I caught the Holy Ghost. And you was nowhere to be found, but Jesus let me know that I'm a soldier, I can do this shit all by myself. I did my time, the crackers tried to put me on the shelf. But thanks to Donald Trump and criminal reform bill, I got home quicker than a bitch, I shed a lot of tears. I miss my mama, dear, I love her, did the bed with me. But did I come to Jacksonville, I did a 360. I came into your world about by rules and regulations. I just did 14 fucking years, bitch, fuck your regulations. You say I'm too old to be rapping, I will never make it. That's your opinion, then it's cool, but bitch, you fucking hating. You wish that on me, I don't know how many times. You like a wish, you know voodoo, you can't trick me now. I love your kids, I taught your daughter how to fight. I taught your son how to be a man. I could've did it twice, but abortion is real. You killed my twins, yeah, I smile and I grin, but the pain is still within. Love you to the day I die, I promise there'll never be another. Lord, forgive me for my sins and what I said about your mother.
On the beat.
You set me free, I let you